clapping with me. The screams we share together I've realized is my fate here. Everyone by my side, it's never lonely anymore.
Never lonely, right. What if it does get lonely?
I've heard that some people are meant to stay lonely forever.
Wow, that's very cool. If there's one thing I've learned today, it's to never meet your Oshis. I'm not like other idols, 年は外人だよ。日本のアイドルよりいい感でしょ。Really any soloist, chasing as hard I will admit. I should be living out my dreams when I miss my friends at home. Clap along with me, stage で寂しいファンが欲しいだから頑張ろう。Pouring my heart like never before. Every opportunity's a closing door. Always would or getting bored. Nai. I don't plan to be another cookie cutter. I am individual. All bored off the sugar of this candy monster. I find it distasteful. I hear the call of glycemic tyranny. Candy, candy, give it to me. I swear I'll make my mark with my own style. And I hear the crowd scream. Sugar, sugar, sugar. Hi, hi, hi. Sugar, sugar, sugar. Hi, hi, hi. Let's go. Then I stand waiting for the audience to applause. I feel like my only fans are my close friends. Though deep down I know that it's all in my head. I thought that performing in Japan would be a dream. Despite everything I do, I never felt more unseen. そして本当に私が好きですか? そして本当に私が好きですか? What if I'm another cookie cutter? I want to be individual. If I defeat the sugar obsessed candy monster, people say I'm distasteful. I get to call it glycemic tyranny. Candy, candy, don't get to me. I swear I'll make my mark with my own style, so the crowd will sing with me. I don't plan to be another cookie cutter. I am individual. All bored off the sugar obsessed candy monster. I find it distasteful. I hear the call of glycemic tyranny. Candy, candy, give it to me. I swear I'll make my mark with my own style. And I hear the crowd scream. I don't plan to be another cookie cutter. I am individual. I'm bored of the sugar obsessed candy monster. I find it distasteful. I hear the call of glycemic tyranny. Candy, candy, give it to me. I swear I'll make my mark with my own style. And I hear the crowd scream. Sugar, sugar, sugar. Hi, hi, hi. 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 アイドルになりたいの大変ですね。可愛いアイドルが一番最高。でも私は可愛くないと思う。Let's go! いっちゃん、いっちゃん、いっちゃん好き。いっちゃん、いっちゃん、いっちゃん大好き。いっちゃん、いっちゃん、いっちゃん好き。いっちゃん、いっちゃん。
me. The screams we share together, I've realized is my fate here. Everyone by my side, it's never lonely anymore.
Never lonely, right. What if it does get lonely?
I've heard that some people are meant to stay lonely forever.
Wow, that's very cool.
Hey, I'm Eggy Drago. I am the cream of the crop. I am the yolk on top. I'm a part-time video store clerk, a part-time brawler. Oh yeah, and a full-time human being. Wow. When I went to Tokyo back in February 2024, I went to an idol concert on a whim because my VTuber Oshi, who graduated, was into that scene. Needless to say, I got hooked. Yeah, I think we bought too many Checkies. After talking to a few idols, I realized every single one of them has a story, be it why they chased this dream, their ups and downs, and even their future after all this. And that's what I'm here to do. Learn more about the idol culture, the various scenes around the world, and to give them a platform to tell their stories. Every idol has a dream and a story to tell. This is IDOLEYEZ. A self-produced Kaigai idol influenced by Vocaloid, J-pop, and EDM, ADEN moved to Tokyo, Japan and has performed at several concerts. As they recently completed their last live before heading back to the US, we'll speak to them about their experiences in Japan. All eyes on me. IDOLEYEZ, Episode 6, Natsu Matsuri Arc Part 3, ADEN! Wednesday, June 12th, 5 p.m. PDT, 8 p.m. EDT, streamed live on twitch.tv/EggyDrago. Hello! Whoa!
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 Who's that guy?
Who is I am, well, for me, I am the cream. Wait, shit. What's my greeting? I am the cream of the crop. I am the yolk on top. I am mighty Eggy Drago, and we are here for IDOLEYEZ Episode 6 with... They are the tech romancer. They are the master of electro love. They are an undefeated champion of Jankenpon. They are ADEN.
Am I?
You are, I guess.
Do you want rock paper? Do you want Junkin right now?
Okay.
Let's go.
All right.
Rock, paper,
Jankenpon.
scissors, shoot.
Oh,
shit!
There we go.
Wait.
Undefeated. ADEN, how are you?
Let's go.
How are you?
I am pretty good.
Awesome.
I'm actually doing quite well considering how little sleep I have gotten.
Honestly, I feel that. So, we're on equal ground. So, yes, this is IDOLEYEZ, where we talk about an idol's past, present, future, more future, and let's take you back to the past and say,
Yay.
well, what got you into idol culture / J-pop culture?
So, if we're going really far back, I actually have a really funny anecdote for how I got into not only J-pop but like Japanese culture as a whole. So when I was in elementary school, I went to a private school and they had something called Scholastic News articles, like little newspaper magazine things for kids. And there was this one really small article. It wasn't even like a full page. It was like a column just talking about how like, wow, Japan's so weird. They have concerts for a hologram. And I was like, this is the coolest thing I've ever heard. So that's how I learned about Hatsune Miku back in like 2010 or something, maybe 2011. And I'm gonna get to that, Tama. Shut up. But that's how I got into like J-pop. I've been like such a huge, insane, normal Vocaloid stan since then. I got into K-pop for a little bit in middle school. That did not last very long.
Oh.
But yeah, how is my audio?
Pretty good. Okay.
Perfect. Yay! I'm using my mic this time, so yay.
Kind of echoey. All right. Aiden, do you have the audio source enabled, or is it on nothing?
Let's find out.
Because that's
I
probably
think
why.
I do have my audio source as my actual thing. Hold up.
Okay. Yeah. Just yeah. Try to disable.
Oh my god, no!
Yeah. That's why it's echoey. Whoops.
Oh,
I
wait a
see.
second!
Yeah.
Oh, give me a second. My mic isn't. We're trying this. We're figuring it out.
Technical difficulties. That's fine.
There we go. Okay.
All right.
I have
cool.
my good mic on. Okay,
Oh,
I
no,
thought
it's-
that was
Already done.
Did it get worse?
It got worse.
Is it better now?
It is bad. It's still echoing.
Y'all just gonna have to deal with it.
Y'all just gonna have to deal with
I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know what to tell you.
If it didn't fix it,
If
then,
it didn't fix it, then
oops.
oops.
I'm checking everything
checking
again.
everything
Sorry,
again.
guys.
Wow.
It says I should be okay though, because I have it as my IDOLEYEZ remix. I'm just gonna keep talking and just pretend like everything's fine.
You know what? It's we'll just imagine you with a megaphone. That's fine.
Thanks.
Oh wait. Oh, that's why. I have Twitch on and the volume. That's on me.
That's a you problem.
Oh wait.
Okay.
Is it? Aiden, say something.
Hi.
A little echoey, but not as bad as before. Okay, that's fine. That is
Guys,
fine.
are you seeing a big funny moment on stream right now? Maybe you should clip it. I don't know.
Clip it.
But
So
I just see a stream of one thing. Anyways, sorry. Okay, where was I? Oh yeah. So I got into Vocaloid. That was my introduction to J-pop because I'd find like related videos on YouTube as I was doing my crazy deep dive of to like as many Vocaloid songs as I could find, and I found things like Kyori Pamu Pamu, and then at one point when I was like really into Vocaloid, at one point someone recommended me Baby Metal. Was like, you should check this out. They're so weird. They're like cute Japanese girls doing metal, and I was like, that sounds awesome. What are you talking about? So that was like 2013. And then but I consider that like J-pop. I didn't really know about idols back then, like unless it was like K-pop, and even then I like considered that like different. Like I was like, that's K-pop. I'm more into J-pop. And then Tama, my good friend Tama of way too many years, we both knew each other from a pretty young age, before we both started doing overseas idol stuff. She was like, have you seen Love Live? And I was like, no. And then, no, I think I played the game. I played the rhythm game, and I liked that a lot. And then she was like, you're watching the anime with me. And I was like, okay.
Who was your favorite?
Nico!
Ah.
Best girl. The #1 choice. Everyone else who says like a different character is like fundamentally wrong.
Damn. I like Maki.
Okay, Maki's really good. I love all of Muse, but Nico is always my baby girl. Whenever I see like anything Nico, like in Akihabara, I'm like, that's my baby girl. I don't care about any of the other series though.
Yeah.
I like
Same.
I like Yohane, and then I like Saint Snow. That's all I care about when it's like
OG
Muse.
OG Love Live Muse. That's my thing, and I'm like very happy like whenever someone mentions it, cause like anyone else they always mention
only
like
care about Muse. Like
Yeah.
It's one of those things where I'm like, they have another one. Like there was I was in Akihabara with my mom when she was visiting, and she was visiting Japan, and there was like some like Love Live collab that we saw like in a store, and I was like, oh yeah, here are these characters, and here are these characters, and here are these characters. I don't know anything about these guys. Like, I'm like, I have no idea.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy how many series they have now. Like,
Oh my god. No, it's horrendous. It's so bad. But anyways, if you like the new Love Live, great. I can't. I'm not into it. I don't like it anymore. I'm sorry, guys.
Like for me, I went from like watching Love Live, watching all six concerts, and then Sunshine hit, and then I was like, never mind.
No, that's right. I was like trying to get into Sunshine, and I was like low-key severely disappointed with how the third years were introduced compared to Muse, where I was like, I can't get into this group because the third years were like some of my favorite characters with Muse's run. And I was like, I can't wait to hear about the third years. What the freak is going on with Mari? And I was like, she's just weird, and I don't like her.
It's yeah.
Mari and Joyers are so much stronger than me. I love that for you guys. Anyways.
All right.
Yeah, so Love Live
Love
got
Live.
me into idol culture. And then, but like, okay, so like, I was like, okay, idol anime, idols are cute, yay. Now I know what idols are. But I wasn't like super invested into idol stuff. I just considered like anything from Japan still like J-pop. So, because I was like Vocaloid and J-pop, these things I enjoy. And then, oh god, what was it? I remember at some point, like a little while after I had gone into Love Live and I've done like Love Live cosplay groups, Tama was like, want to make a, oh god, okay. Tama was like, do you want to form a idol group with me? And this was back when I was like 16, 17. And I was like, yes, word. And then it never happened. And then I did not do anything until like, I think it was after like Tama was done with Starstruck Idols, like the group that she was in, and she started doing solo stuff, where I was like, you know what? I should do this. I could also do it because I wanted to make covers for a while, and it was one of those things. I was like, I'll do this. I'm gonna get into it, and that's when I started. I just like jumped into it, and like wanting to make covers and stuff.
So that's basically what inspired you to become an idol.
Yes.
To do.
I saw my friends do it, and I was like, I gotta get in there.
So, well, what inspired your stage name?
So, funny story. Before I went by my name Aiden, I was like, I'm gonna do like, I went through a bunch of different names. The original thing that I was gonna do was like Sugar Q, like KYUU, because I was taking part of my cosplay handle. And then I was like, scratch that, that's ugly as hell. And then I went by a Japanese name for a bit, and then I was like, after like doing that for about like almost 2 years, I was like, actually, that's cringe. Like, I'm moving to Japan. I'm not going to go by a Japanese name when I'm in Japan as a white person. That's weird. And I like also because I ended up going to school for audio production. I'd want to have like everything under the same name. I didn't want to like a stage name that was completely different from my actual name. So I was like, let me just make it my actual name so that way I can tie it into like if I end up getting into like audio related work as like professionally, I can just tie it in being like, okay, I have a stage name and it's just my first name.
Let's see. I guess going through that, was there anything like anything you did to like prepare to become an idol, like choir, like dance, like anything?
Yeah, it wasn't ever to be like, I'm gonna be an idol, so I need to do this thing. It was just kind of stuff that I did like,
you know, it's
normally.
Fine. You can say you can curse, whatever.
Yippee! Yeah, I just be saying things. My brain. So in middle school and high school, I did a lot of musical theater. I would like always be like, yeah, I do a lot of theater and that kind of stuff, musical theater too. So I had that kind of experience. My freshman year, I did. I was the only freshman to get into a cappella group, so that was kind of a cool flex. Because then show choir got jealous of the a cappella group, and then they merged the two together, and then like me and like the other member who like didn't graduate from the like after the first year of a cappella, we like it was like me and the beatboxer. We like went into like the like joint rehearsal for the first time, being like, okay, let's see what like the show choir and the a cappella mix is going to be like, and we're like, we hate this. So I didn't continue doing that. At some point, like around that time when I wasn't doing the a cappella group, I was like, I want to get into vocal covers. So I released some on like my YouTube. They're still hard to find. They're still public. I should probably like go into my old YouTube and like private them, or like because they're not good. I was using like a Bluetooth headphone microphone.
You gotta start somewhere.
I tried mixing and it was horrendous, and it was favorite Gingy from Shrek the Musical. That's me, dude. That's me. I was in Shrek the Musical twice. But yeah, I did that for a little bit. The covers were not good, but it was like a start.
Yeah.
So that's cool. I was just jumping into it. And then I didn't do covers for a bit, and then at one point, me and my friends was like, let's make a Vocaloid dance group. And that was really short-lived because we had like high school to deal with.
Oh yeah.
But we still have like 2 videos uploaded. We had a third member that like I love her so much. She was so bad at dancing, but she was like the only other person that wanted to join us. So we were like, hell yeah, come on in. Like, we'll teach you. And we were going to have like a 3-person group, or like there was going to be like a few other dances that we wanted to do, but we just couldn't. So it was very short-lived. Shout out to Project Diva Arizona. That was like, it was cute. It was a really cute idea. We had like shirts for ourselves. Like, we were so cute with it, and we were like really excited like to do things, and then it just never happened. So I had like a little bit of dance experience from doing like learning some Vocaloid dances through like dance mirrors and stuff, but I never had like really like crazy like formal training for dancing. Yeah, that's kind of like my experience beforehand.
So like doing the Vocaloid dance cover group, and then doing covers, like what would you consider your first, I guess like your official idol debut?
That would actually be neither of those times, because I don't consider that idol work at all.
Right.
Like, dance cover group, something separate. Like I've done like dance covers before, like at like conventions. Like I would do like Love Live cosplay groups, so that would be like for a day. Like they wouldn't be like a long lasting thing, but I would consider that like that we're just a dance group. That's not like an idol thing. Even if we're cosplaying idol, like I didn't really see it as that. My first debut is like very niche. I like never talk about it at all, because that was back when I went by like the first like Sugar Q name thing that I was immediately like, I'm ditching this and I'm like rebranding. I was like in cosplay just because I was doing like a cosplay shoot. No, I didn't even have a photo shoot booked. I just wanted to cosplay that day, and I was like, I guess I'll also perform while I'm cosplaying. I was really underprepared, but I was like, I didn't like know about like idol culture, like having like the debut be like a big thing or anything. I like just jumped into it, like not really knowing too much.
Right.
And I guess like from my experience with like just knowing J-pop in general, it's just kind of like I want to be like a coverist or something more than idol. So I guess like that was kind of like the first debut, but then I like actually call my like actual debut like in like 2021 as like at Techo, where I actually like had some kind of branding, had a little bit of a following. I like was much more prepared. I had like the first show that I did, the vocals or I didn't have backing vocals. I didn't have like all of the lyrics memorized too. I like was butchering it really bad. And you want to know who saw that performance and was like, they're gonna be my friend? Yes.
Pan?
No, Alex Pinku.
Oh, wow.
They were like the first idol friend that I made within the community. So like shout out to them for being like, this guy's chill as hell. Because I sucked really bad. I didn't meet Pan until like a little while later. But yeah, that was like probably like first week of 2020.
Wow. And
so
then
I like performed right before Alex did, and Alex was amazing, and I was like, oh my god. But yeah, so that was like my debut, because then I just started like posting covers afterwards, like during COVID.
Right.
And then I would like do online showcases, and then do like a first like legit stage, like a idol stage thing at a con a little bit later.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I guess you did say like you did online showcases and stuff. Did you like, was there anything else you did during like lockdown? Because like I'm very curious like how every guest like performed during the pandemic. Like how did you like? For
me, just because I was still really new, I was like, this is the perfect time for me to like build my skills. So when I first started, I like mainly posted some covers onto Instagram, and because that's when they started allowing like full-length videos.
Right.
So I was like, perfect. I think the first cover that I uploaded onto my Instagram was like unmixed, like super, like it's literally like raw vocals. And I was like, this is where I'm starting. This is my starting point. And I posted it as like, I can only go up from here, because I was still like learning how to properly like mix, or like get at least like bare bones mixing done. And I was like self-teaching myself like with like GarageBand. So I was like, I'm just like, we can only go up from here. And then I would be posting new covers like relatively like regularly. And then at one point during COVID, I like found Jemmy Memu, my favorite Venezuelan person of all time. And I was like, hey, I have this idol OC and she has a song. Can you make that instrumental? Which ended up being my first original song, which I ended up taking off all streaming platforms because it doesn't fit me at all. And then I hit up Jem like a little while later, being like, "Hey, let's make a redo. Let's make a new version of this song, just so I could like still have it in some capacity where it feels like more like me and not like a like character that like I had." Because at first I was really trying to go for like the really cutesy sort of idol, and did not end up liking that as much. I felt like I was putting myself in such a box that like I didn't fit into.
Right.
So yeah, I was like, okay, we're just not gonna like, I don't want this to be like associated with me, because it also, the mixing was horrendous. Lyrics a little cringe. It was cute, they were cute, but it, like if like you see like other stuff that I make, it doesn't fit like
it's
the
very
vibe that I want to have.
okay,
It was
yeah.
like, it was clearly like not made as like a me song,
and more just like
so
stereotypical idol type
yeah,
deal. Okay, yeah.
yeah, exactly. And also just like there's so many things I can like nitpick about it. Like it was a good first song, it's like a good first attempt. Will not lie, but I'm like, I just didn't like it enough to like keep it when I started like actually like going down the line. Like, yeah, it is one of those things. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. It does. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Cool. Yeah. So I had like an original song. Then I started planning my second original song, which was Sugar Chaos.
Yes.
And I love that song because it was just kind of me being like, actually, I don't like acting like something I'm not for the sake of being an idol. I will just do my own thing.
Mhm.
That is essentially the song. And I love it so much. And a lot of people like it too because it hit over 1,000 streams on Spotify recently. So that's very cool. That's pretty cool. So yeah, it's like, I like that song a lot. So I feel like that's a better like first song to have like when people look at my discography, they see that.
Yeah, that's why it's the intro for your promo.
Yeah, saw that and I was like, oh my god, is that Sugar Chaos? Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of what I was doing over quarantine. Just a lot of like covers, and then at one point I got a little burnt out, so I like took a little break. Because I also was like full-time student at the time and also working. I
A lot of stuff on my plate. So I was like, idol is a hobby right now.
a little bit of a break for
Right.
like most of 2021. But yeah, that was my COVID thing. It was just like making sure I had like experience and kept growing, and like working on my skills as like a singer at least.
So like, did all that. What was your main goal as an idol? What did you want to like achieve? What did you want to do?
I really just wanted to like sing songs that I liked. I won't even lie. Like I just really like singing. I like performing a lot. It's one of those things where I'm gonna answer one of your questions in advance.
That's fine.
Big inspiration is like my J-pop Oshi Rayeol. She started doing like Vocaloid covers. That's how she like got her start. She was in Mutaite. And I was like, I want to do that. And then she started releasing her like own like original stuff. She's performing at the Budokan later this year. Like I'm so sad I can't go to it. But I saw 3 lives while I've been in Japan though, so I'm pretty content with that. But yeah, it's one of those things where it's like I wanted to cover songs that I liked and then eventually get into original stuff. Blow up in between. Profit, I don't know. Like it was one of those things where I was like, I'm just gonna do it for fun. Also,
Yes.
hi Pengi.
Peggy. But yeah. So Real, just wanted to do like sing like your favorite songs, right?
Yeah.
Let's
pretty
go.
much.
Let's go to the present.
It's just-
The present. Vroom. All right. So you did all that, and then you decided, let's go to Japan. Why?
Yeah. So I actually went to school here. I had like 3 friends that like were at the same school, but they got like into the school. Like they were like a year above me, so they were already there, and they were there through COVID. And while I was talking with them during COVID, they're like, "You should go to our school. You should transfer to our school." And I was like, "We'll see. Let me check the tuition." And it was actually really affordable because it was in yen.
Oh yeah, yen is weak.
The
Yen is weak,
It's been
baby.
weak for so long.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
no,
1 to 155. Yeah.
dude, tuition was so cheap. It was so nice. But in like my apartment, if I was making yen, I would not be able to afford this apartment. I'm so serious.
Oh my god.
But it's like, yeah. So I was like, cool. Let's see what like programs they have. They had a communications department, which was something that I wanted to get into, and they did have like an audio specific thing. And I had Japanese as my minor. So like it would end up being like a really good situation, and because like I guess ever since I like got into Vocaloid at like the ripe age of like 11 or something, I was like, I want to go to Japan so bad. I want to like experience all of this kind of like cool stuff that's going on in Japan. So it was like a long time coming. My mom was kind of like, yeah, it makes sense for you to want to go to Japan for school. Because she was like, it makes so, it was just something that I've been into for so long that she was like, if it was any of your siblings, you would be weird, but like for you, it makes total sense. So, I went to Japan mainly for school. It wasn't for like anything else. The idol stuff that I end up doing while I'm in Japan, it was like a secondary thing to school.
Right. Like, I guess I think I asked Marmalade the same thing. Like, how was adjusting to life in Japan?
So, it was at first it was really nice. Like in general, like I took some classes, like Japanese classes in advance. So I had a little bit of Japanese like under my belt. It's really still rough. It was still rough, like because a lot of the things that I learned in my class, I didn't like. Was things that like they were useful. They were very useful, but also there were some other things that I just didn't learn. Like I did not learn the word for bag.
Oh.
I was taught bagu in katakana, and that is what no one says that in Japan. So when I went to the convenience store and
they always ask you,
bag, I had no idea what they were saying. like
I was like, huh?
Like no, literally, I had an interview, like a Japanese interview, like a little over a month ago, and they were like, well, how is it like adjusting to Japan? I gave that same story, and she was like, so like it was one of those things where I'm like, oh my god, I was dying, I was suffering a little bit. So but like the people, like we're like my school, we're like we need to stay in our dorm for the first semester just to help with adjusting to life in Japan. And that was like my brain. That was really helpful. Like we had like a little like dorm field trip to like the ward office to make sure we had all of our forms signed and we knew what to do. Because if I went to Japan on my own, I would have had no idea how to do anything, like at all. Like when Marmalade got to Japan, I was like, do you want me to help you like do anything? Like, would you like help? Because if I came to Japan, I would have had no idea what to do. And like, I was like, let me help you. Yeah. So for like moving, it was like relatively okay. Like it was pretty smooth. I have diabetes, so finding a hospital to go to get like medical supplies was kind of awful.
Oh.
But luckily, I'm good friends with Heidi from Mermall, and before she joined Mermall, she had a lot of free time and was able to go to my doctor's appointments with me until I figured out what I was doing.
That's pretty good.
I'd be like, please, I will pay you, or like I will pay for like lunch after we do this. And she's like, bet. And we go to like an expensive like place nearby the like by the hospital every time that like we like went, just, and I'm like, I'm using my mom's card for this.
Oh my god.
And my mom was cool with it. She's like, yes, please use my card, because I'm like, she's one of those people where it's like I would do the same thing, so it works out. But so she helped me a lot with like a lot of things like in Japan. Like she is my emergency contact for my apartment, or like if something like goes wrong, like I have her as my emergency contact in Japan. Yeah, she's awesome. And like knowing her, it helped a lot with like adjusting to things. But I will say though, just like a lot of Japanese people, especially in Tokyo, are really small. And I am not that. I'm an average American size. I'm the same height. I'm like average height in Japan, which is really funny because I'm short as hell. I'm like 5'1". I'm and if you want the centimeters, I'm 156, baby.
Yeah, metric system.
Yeah. But like, so I'm average height, which is like awesome. I'm not gonna be excited for being the short person, like the shortest person in like all of my friend groups again. But yeah, but like I'm like average size in America, but like in Japan, I am like, I do not fit a lot of clothes, and that like especially when I first started performing in Japan, I felt really shitty about myself.
Oh man.
Will not lie. It was like a really big hurdle. Like, because in general, I would like compare myself to other performers that I would perform alongside, and they were always like built smaller than me. And it's not even like I like weigh that much. It's more like my rib cage is bigger. Like, it's one of those things where it's like I can't even control it, so I shouldn't even be mad about it. And I'm over it now. But it took like a while. Like, I was like getting self-conscious over like things I would never get self-conscious for in America, and that like kind of sucked. So I think that was probably like one of the biggest hurdles with moving to Japan. Like, it was genuinely like that kind of stuff, because also like Instagram has like ads, so like they started like rolling out ads and everything, and I would get ads for like, oh, do you want liposuction? I'm like, what?
What?
Like, you're going to like different beauty clinics to like get rid of like excess fat and that kind of stuff. And I would see this and I'm like, where is this coming from?
What?
Like, is this just the default ad that people see? Like, it was crazy. So it was like really rough when I first got here. Now I'm like chill, because it's like I've accepted that like I'm not gonna like, I can't make my rib cage smaller. Like, it's one of those things where it's like I can't do anything about it even if I tried. So I'm like, whatever about it. And recently, since I've started performing, I have seen more like plus size people performing in Japan, and or like people like the same size that I am performing. So I'm like, I feel a bit better that I'm not like alone in that, but it's still like weird. It was crazy. I was like, you know, it was like,
well,
yeah,
at
that was
least-
just crazy. That's probably like the craziest thing.
At least you're chill about it. Like,
Yeah, I know. I'm so chill about it now. It's one of those things where like once you figure out like, oh, actually, I'm chilling, and then like you're good.
so you got accustomed to Japan, kinda, but like
Yeah,
Going
it took
back-
a while, but I got used to it really,
Yeah.
like over time.
going back to idol stuff. But like,
Yes.
when was like the first time you went to like a J-pop idol concert, and like how was it?
Okay, I have two little stories. The first one, before I went to Japan, I had like an online friend who was Japanese, and she posts like dance covers like a lot, and like we met because I cosplayed Ensemble Stars, and she really liked Ensemble Stars. Like, she did Ensemble Stars dance covers, and I like sent her a message being like, oh, you like OnStars, I like OnStars, what's your favorite unit? And then we started talking, and we became friends through that. So she got into a like cover idol dance group thing. They were singing and then also dancing, but it was mainly covers. So the first concert I went to was one of those concerts. It was something that like the management agency did, where it was like a bunch of groups under the agency.
Right.
And that was back when there was still like bans on like calls and stuff. So I was ready to go crazy, because the last con I went to before that, or the last idol-related thing I went to before that was Otakon.
Oh.
And people were going crazy at Otakon back in 2022, and I'm sure it's just gotten crazier since then. I didn't go last year because I was in Japan, but like I was like ready. I was going crazy. Like, everyone was seated, like no one was doing calls. It was like super. I was also the only like AFAB person there, so that was really. I was like, what the hell? And then I posted about it later, and people were like, oh, there's a ban. And I was like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. So then the next thing that I went to after that, I think I do have a checky from it. It was the, what's it called? Why am I blanking on the name? Give me a second. Kurofune-chan live, like reunion live thing. It was, Heidi was performing in it. So I went to see Heidi. But that group was run by Shiopan Alisu, and who had been in Japan for a really long time. She was visiting, and they were like, okay, let's do like a reunion live, like everyone coming all together for that. So I was like, I'm gonna go to this. I want to see Heidi perform because I haven't seen her perform before. And it was really fun. The energy was super hype. I made some friends in the audience that day who I like still talk to on a regular basis. It's really awesome, and I'm trying to found it. Boom.
Yeah.
Me and Heidi. Yay. And that was a lot more fun. And that was when the ban was lifted, so people could go crazy. And it was a lot of fun. And I don't remember a lot from it. I just remember being like, Heidi's my friend, and like losing it over how like cool they were. But yeah, after that, I started going to more shows. I went to another show that Heidi performed in. Heidi and I went to one of like her favorite groups shows, and that was a lot of fun. The crowd was insane. It was super packed. It was the group is Misalad Edison. They're they're so cool. They're so cool. That was the only show I went to, but I love their music. I want to see them again before I leave Japan, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I'm running out of time. And they're mainly based in Osaka, so it's like I missed all the chances that I could to see them in Tokyo, I think, for now. But they're awesome. And yeah, that was super, super fun. And then I, like, after I saw Heidi perform a few times, that's when I was like, I think I'm ready to perform in Japan. Like, I was able to, like, understand more of the MCs. At that point, I was, like, a bit more confident in my speaking abilities, like, that kind of thing, where I was like, I think I can handle it. Yeah, that was my first, like, Taiwan experience.
So, slight break into this, just so I can, like, fit this in. Full circle moment. Like, the only people, well, technically the only idols I met were Ria, Gumi, and technically you. Technically. Do you remember? Do you want to tell the story, or do you want me to tell the story of how we first met?
Were we talking in line? Was that what happened?
Okay, so
because I remember talking to someone, but I don't think it was you. I think it was someone else.
It was not me. It was okay.
Okay, you tell a story then.
Okay, point of view, me. So it was Gumi's live, Gumi's birthday live. Everyone's happy. Packed house for Gumi's like performance. She was like headliner, cool. Boopon happened, merch happened. I was getting checky. You were probably getting checky. I think you were in line for like Tokyo Iron, or no. You were going for Gumi. So
I went for the soloist first, then Gumi, then Tokyo Iron.
I see. So got my checky. I was about to head out. I couldn't find. Before the whole live, I put my bag somewhere like in the corner where like everyone put their bag. So I was like searching for my backpack. I'm like. And then there's this gigantic clear bag with a lot of buttons on it on top of my bag.
What? Oh shit! Was it by any chance this one right here?
It was that one. It was that one. So I was like, I guess I gotta move this bag so I can get my backpack. And I was like,
oh shit!
And then
I don't even remember this.
And then I think you saw me. And I was like, oh, sorry, I was getting my bag. I'm not trying to steal stuff. And then you were like, Daijobu. I guess you.
Oh my god.
That was Japanese.
My Japanese brain moment. I didn't even hear what you were saying.
So I was like, okay. And then, oh my god, I got my backpack.
God.
I got my backpack, right?
I'm cringing.
No. I got my backpack. And then I headed out. You headed out at the same time. I was like, yeah. And I was like, oh my god, a foreigner. I can talk to someone in English. So I tried to make small talk while we were like heading out of like Nishikawaguchi Galaxy. So I was like,
I don't even remember this. I genuinely don't remember this at all.
You were going the other way, left. I was going the other way, right. And I was like, hope you had a good time at Gumi's live. And you were like, yeah, I sure did. and then
so tired. Okay, do you want to hear my story of how I got there?
Okay.
I like just had like, I think I had like a test, like my Japanese like final, And then I had to go like an hour from my school to Nishikawaguchi. And I was like, I got there like right in the middle. I think it was either right when Crazy Fantasy started or like after their first song. Or I think it was like during their first song. I like got there and I was like, because I really wanted to see them so bad. So I was just like in a state of, I'm so tired.
So
oh my god, I feel so bad.
no, that's fine. That's fine.
This at all.
And then this is how I realized you were an idol, right? Like a week after, I was browsing through like Kai Guy idol stuff, and then like Marmalade's vlog came in, and that's how I like first discovered her. So I was like, I think this was like when she was just settling in. So like, I'm like here. I'm here with my friend.
Like, right around that time.
I'm here with my friend Aiden. We're gonna go to a bakery, and then she showed you with the eat the bag. And I'm like, while I was watching, I did the Leo meme. I did the damn Leo meme. I was like, I know them. I saw them. I was like, what?
That's so funny. That's really funny. Yeah, no, the day we met, it was actually the character on my bag's birthday. So we got a cake. Or I got the cake, and then we like split it among like 5 people. I was like, by the time like I was going to my next class or something, I was like, would anyone want cake, please? Like, oh my god, the way I don't remember like that interaction at all. Holy shit.
that's like, yeah, that's like, I was like, full circle. Might as well just tell it, because like
that's so funny. Yeah, no, I had no fucking idea.
All right.
No, because it's really funny because a lot of people that were like seeing Marmalade's videos, they were like, I didn't know you know Marmalade. I was like, I didn't know you knew her either. like I didn't know you watched her stuff. Like, it was so funny. Like, a bunch of like my like normal friends were like, oh my god, Marmalade? And I'm like, yes. Like, it was crazy.
But yeah, that's how I technically saw you for the first time. Full circle.
That's so funny. Because I knew you were also at the Gumi Live, but like, I don't think I didn't really talk to people.
No.
I was like so tired, and also like sometimes I get like a little like, I'm extroverted as hell, but sometimes when I'm in like a new space and I like don't know anyone, I'm pretty introverted. Because like I remember seeing like a bunch of like English speakers like talking to each other, and I wanted to get into the conversation, but I couldn't find like a way to get in. So I was just kind of like eavesdropping like behind like literally like maybe like less than a foot away from them. I was just like, I'm listening to everything you guys are saying.
I was like,
I'm not gonna say anything though.
Well, I'm introverted. I was like, people in line, there were like a lot of Aussies there, because like I guess Gumi got a bunch of them from Akihabara while handing flyers, and like, oh,
That's really funny.
And then I was like, do I want to interject? I don't want to. Nah, never mind. I don't want to talk. But like, I found it I saw you. I was like, oh my god, English speaker, let's talk.
Oh my god, yeah, no, I feel bad. I'm happy we're talking now though.
Yeah, full circle.
Oh my god.
Now I know you're an idol.
I'm so embarrassed.
No. That was
That's so funny.
That was
Yeah,
that was a weird interaction from my part. So.
Just like, no, because sometimes, like, I don't know. There's also a good chance where it's like, if you're Asian and you're in Japan, my brain just automatically just assumes you're Japanese. And if like you speak in, just because it's like, I've had so many Japanese people like speak to me in English when they clearly like don't know English really well, which is why I was like probably like daijoubu to you.
Oh shit, the webcam feed. All right.
Oh my god.
That's fine. You're now just
I'll figure it out.
a purple hue. That's fine.
Perfect.
Oh wait, hang on. I do have the yes PNG. There we go. That's fine.
Yay.
Okay.
Oh my god, me.
There we go. You're back. All
You know
right.
what? We'll just have that as like a backup.
That's
Good.
fine. Yeah. So full circle. And all right, let's head back to talking about your history of being an idol in Japan. So,
Yay.
what made you go like, I might as well just perform here? What was that like? How was finding a spot there, and how was like getting your first performance there?
So I was like talking to Heidi. I was like, you know what? You are inspiring to me. XOXO, no homo, actually a little homo. But
Gossip girl.
XOXO, we're making out right now actually. this is just how I talk to all of my friends. Like, this isn't special Heidi treatment. Don't worry. I'm sure I've said that to Pengy numerous times. We're making out right as we speak, actually. Anyways, so I was like, hey, I am thinking, perchance, I will, what's it called? Maybe I perform. Is there, like, how do I get into, like, a show? Like, how do I, like, figure out a way in? And she's like, look for promoters. I will hit you up with one that I went with when I first got to Japan, like, 6 years ago. And I was like, awesome. And she helped me find things. She helped me, like, draft a message to send to the person that, like, was running events. And because he also worked with Haida the first time she went to Japan, like, forever ago. I think he maybe also worked with Melancholia, maybe? I think? Maybe? I'm unsure. Unclear. I don't remember. But he had worked with Kaigai Idols before. And since I was friends with everyone that he had worked with before, I had a pretty good in. So she helped me draft a message to make sure all my Japanese was done right, because I had never, like, been in this sort of situation before. I was like, you're gonna need to help me, like, a little bit. And she was super willing to help, and I'm so grateful. She went to my first show, which was awesome, and, like, I had her name on, like, the, like, little, like, guest list for, like, who was coming for me, and the guy was like, Heidi? Like, the Heidi? And I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, she's the one that connected me to you. Like, did you forget? But he, like, that same, like, organizer is he does all of, like, the Akasaka Rainbow Festival stuff, which is, like, where I mainly ended up performing. He was the same person that helped me with the live show I did with Pengy. He helped with my birthday live, he helped with my last live, he helped with all of the Sotono Borderline opportunities. So, like, he was awesome to work with, and I'm really happy that I was able to, like work with him. I don't know, I was just really happy I'm happy I was able to, like, connect with him. And he is, like, he was like, please tell me when you come back to Japan. I'm like, I will. So, no, he's super awesome. And he only knows Japanese, though, so I had to play translator, like, a lot of the time when, like, I was helping with Pengy and Marmalade. And my Japanese it's still a little rough, so it's a little silly, but yeah, it works out.
You got that booked. How was performing for the first time there?
So, I'm trying to remember my set list. I think I might still have, like, the Spotify playlist for it. I did a Vocaloid song. I think I did 2 Vocaloid songs, and then I did 2 originals, or, like, 1 original, something like that. I don't remember. I had 15 minutes. I had a 15-minute set. I did, I don't remember what my set list was, actually. I, like, seriously don't remember. Oh my god. It's gonna bother me if I, like, don't look for it now, so I'm gonna do that right now. Unless I found it.
Oh.
So I had, it was Connected by MWK. It's like the Magic the Gathering collab Vocaloid song. It's a banger, though. It's a banger. It was cool. I did Wave by Nikki, which is another Vocaloid song. I had, I think I also did Noir. I also have Last Words in this playlist. Ooh. I guess I had enough time to do all of that. Yeah, so I had Last Words and Noir. Last Words is one of my favorite songs to perform in Japan, because I get a bunch of people who don't know English to say this shit a bunch of times. So fun. Awesome. And there were, like, a decent amount of people that came to my first show. I think maybe, like, 5 people came total for me, which was, like, really nice. And that was, like, the biggest turnout that I had until, like, my birthday live.
Oh.
So, unlike Marmalade, who has had a very consistent, like, amount of people come for her with each show, I had a bunch of people come to my first show because a lot of them were, like, visiting Japan or, like, something. And then there's, like, 1 or, like, no people that come for me. Just cause like, I don't know, it was my Japanese was really, really rough first coming on, like performing.
Right.
And my first debut performance, like my first few performances, I thought I was good enough to ad-lib my MC in Japanese. Big mistake. In in English, I'm pretty good at ad-libbing, although I'm a yapper. I don't know if you could tell. I'm a yapper.
That's
I don't
fine.
shut up.
That's good for this show.
Yay! Yippee! But like, it's awful when you're MCing, because then I will like get off track, and it's awful. So if you saw my Otakon live at like 2022, I was talking so much, I think I went over time. But they didn't say anything about it to me, so I'm like, whatever. I don't care. But it was also like 2 years ago. It doesn't matter anymore. But I was like, I'm pretty good at ad-libbing things. Like, I can do this in Japanese, I think.
No.
It was really bad. It was a really bad MC. And I did that like for like the first 2 shows that I did, I think. And then I remember at one point, there's one there at the Rainbow Akasaka shows. He hasn't showed up in a while, but there was one Woda that would regularly come to those shows, and he would like take pictures of every like performer and say like a little blurb about them. I went on to his account and like see what he said about me, and he said, "Yeah, they don't seem to know Japanese."
Oh
very
my
well."
god, no!
Like, oh
No!
shit! Now I was like, I have to script everything now. After seeing that, I was like humbled so well. But I will say, coming full circle, the last Sotono Borderline live, he did end up going to.
Oh.
And he got to see my like improvement, and we talked during Bupon. He got a checky with me in Marmalade. It was one of those things where I felt like I proved myself.
Yeah.
I think he mentioned that he was also going to try to go to my last live, but I didn't see him, so I was a little sad about that. But he like tweeted about like, you guys should go to see the show and everything, and I was like, love you, dude, thank you. But like, so I'm like, clearly I've improved a lot since then. But yeah, before then, it was like, I just had a really rough start. I had a better start. Like, I couldn't, like, it's one of those things where it's like, I don't know how much better I could have been. Like, it was my first time. And like, again, like the only way I could go up is like up. So I'm like, I was chilling. I was like, whatever. But a lot of the times, like, I didn't have like a set like Japanese fan base. I actually started to cultivate one like right as I was leaving Japan. Like within like the past few months, I started to get people that like wanted to go see me that were Japanese, and I was like, damn it. Like so it's a little frustrating, but like it's just I guess it's kind of proof that like you can't get things like immediately. Like immediate successes is very, very rare, and especially as like a foreigner in Japan. So what was the question again? I don't even remember. Did I answer it?
Yeah, it was. What was your first performance like?
Yeah,
you definitely.
So it was pretty good. It was pretty good. I'd say. Like people came and talked to me. Like it was cool. It was like only English speakers that went up to talk to me, but it was like something nonetheless. But anyways, yeah, that was my first performance.
How often did you like perform? Like weekly, monthly?
It was like very dependent on how busy I was with school. Just because that was first priority. It was mainly like once a month, maybe twice a month. And then towards October, I did like right after my birthday live, I did like 3 lives within a week. And I was like, I'm taking a break from performing for the rest of the year until 2024 because I am so dead after like doing my birthday live, which was really stressful because it was like first show where I was like a headliner and I was promoting it to all hell, and I was like learning a bunch of new songs for it, and I was like also probably like in my busiest semester.
Oh wow, just going through that
so
too.
It was just like, yeah, like I'm how I survived that, no idea, but I slayed that. I served even, yeah. But it worked out really well. It was a lot of fun. I was so dead. Like, the last live that I did, I'll actually save this anecdote for like probably the worst experience.
Oh, okay.
But it was like, yeah, it was one of those things where I was like, it was rough, and then I took a break until January, and I was back into loving performing again. I like just needed a break because I was so like dead, and I needed to like finish focusing on school and all that stuff, just all that.
I see. Damn. But like, so we went through that. What songs did you like usually like perform? Like covers, a Vocaloid, original songs?
It was mostly covers. Yeah, my video feed is kind of horrendous today. Sorry guys, if I cut off, let's just hope I look pretty when I get paused. Anyways. So that's just like, I can't fix that.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Well, yeah. Oh my god, Faze. Stop it, you. Stop it. Okay, so, my brain. Repeat the question. Sorry.
Songs. What kind of songs did you perform?
Thank you. So I mainly do covers. I made it a thing where I tried to perform at least one Vocaloid song every set because, like, would not be doing things without Vocaloid. Yay.
Yeah.
Love you, Vocaloid, my best friend. Sometimes I would also do any song. I love performing Resonance. It's so fun. Resonance from like Soul Eater. Yeah, there was like, I started doing, like when I first started performing, I tried to do a lot of original stuff. But as I kept performing them, I realized that a lot of them were really, really Western sounding, so it was very hard to mix. And I remember at one point, there was some Woda that came who did know English. And he was like, I was like, why weren't you mixing? Like, I know you can mix, why weren't you doing it? And he
Can't
was
fit
like,
anything in there.
And he was like, it was really hard to mix to your songs. And I was like, that makes me feel like shit, actually.
Oh.
So I just kind of like adjusted my set list. And then whenever I talked about it with like other people, they were like, yeah, no, that was shitty of him to say. So like they got my back. But it was one of those things where I was like, that's probably why the crowds that I had weren't super hype, because they were just a lot of Western songs. So I stuck mainly to doing covers or only covers sometimes. I did Noir a lot because that was my most like J-pop sounding song, like where you can probably fit like mixes in. But even then, it was still kind of like, not really. And I would do like last words a decent amount because I can make people say this shit. So it's like there's like audience interaction built into that song. But yeah, I enjoy doing covers a lot, so it gave me the chance to like perform a lot of different songs and like have fun with it. And yeah, it was like a little bit of a shame that I like couldn't perform more originals like with a lot of confidence, though. It kind of gave me a little bit of imposter syndrome.
Oh no.
Yeah. But like whatever.
So covers, some originals. I guess like after you perform, you usually do Boopon merch session. What was that like? What did you sell? How was it?
So I had leftover keychains from when I had some for like when Noir came out, which was like 2022. I had like a bunch of leftover keychains from like my stash that I had from like, because I was selling them at Otakon that year. So I just brought all of my like extra ones that I didn't sell, and I eventually sold all of them or gave them away to like friends where like we were like exchanging merch. So I don't have those anymore. They're like all sold out. I'm not gonna remake them. But I also did Checky. Checky was like my main thing that I had. And a lot of the time I would sell like maybe one. I I remember there was one show that like no one came for me, and then the photographer for the event felt really bad, so I bought a check.
Oh.
I was like, thank you, you're really nice. I can tell you're doing this out of pity though. It was but yeah, like sometimes there'd be times where I wouldn't sell any checky, but some people would come up to me and talk to me. And that was cool. I didn't start like regularly like selling checky until like after my birthday live, because I'd have a friend that'd go to all of my shows. And that friend is like my like WOTA bestie. Like we go to so many like shows together. Like I was like, he helped translate for Pon and Jay's merch table.
Oh.
Like for the Bupon, because he's really good at Japanese. And I was like, you've done so much for me. You're getting free entry to the show. Like you'll work for free. But he loves interpreting, so like he was chill with it. Yes, it's Santiago.
Oh, I follow them. I think they followed back.
I love that guy. Goated to all hell, bestie. He met me at the live I did with Pengi because he followed Rezo.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, and then we became friends through that, and we do like so much together. We like hang out all the time. It's awesome. But yeah, he would like try to go to me, like my shows, at least once. Like if I'm doing like multiple a month, he would try to go at least one of them. He would go to like Steffi's from like SCK Girls, like when she started doing solo stuff, because she was also at the live with Pengi. So like he met us all at the same time. Like he would try to go to like her shows too. Like we usually did shows at the same time, like the same events. So like he would go for us, and it was always like awesome. And like it was nice having like a familiar face come for us, like even if he was like a friend, because we always knew he would like go crazy and like help like hype up the crowd for us. So that was really nice. But yeah, overall, like merch sales, there would be a lot of times where I wouldn't sell anything, and I'd be like, whatever. And like whatever, I got to perform, I got more experience under my belt, like we're chilling. Sometimes I'd sell one checky and be like, yeah. Sometimes I would sell multiple. Like there's usually when a bunch of like friends are visiting Japan, they'll try to go to one of my shows. And one of my more recent ones, I think it was one of my April shows, I had like 5 people come. Oh. Which is awesome. And then like one of the other performers was like, we need to do a collab together because I want more overseas fans.
Did that happen?
We're actually doing it like we're doing like a collab live stream next week. It was gonna be on Friday, and then we switched it because she had like a little something that day come up. So I was like, great, that's cool. We can do it on like another day next week, and we got it figured out. I'm so excited to do it. We're like, it's gonna be mainly like talking in Japanese, and then we're gonna have an English talk corner. I don't know how good her English is. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna find out. So I'm gonna post more information about it like when I get it, but it's gonna be, you should tune into that. It's gonna be like morning time, America time.
That is fine. I will probably stay up.
It's not gonna be like 4 a.m. hopefully. Like we're planning on doing it at like 8 p.m. JST.
All right, so that's
it's 6 Eastern.
6. No, is it 7? 6,
EST it is.
Okay, yeah, all right. I will try to make
something
it.
Like that.
I did see like you did like an interview. I think you promoted it like 2 weeks ago.
I did another interview.
Yeah.
That was like for a podcast that like is actually, they have like, I like checked their account when they messaged me. They had like 13K followers, and a bunch of people that I performed with followed them. I was like, what? How did they find me? And the person that was conducting the interview was so sweet, and like throughout the interview, like we like screened all the questions beforehand, so I knew what to talk about beforehand. I like made little notes, so that way I like wouldn't forget words or anything. And then there were sometimes when I was talking, she would like rephrase what I was trying to say because she was understanding what I was trying to say, but like I was having trouble articulating it, and she was like, "Oh, you mean like this?" And I'm like, "Exactly." So, it was a really cool experience. I was like, "Wow,
So
that's pretty awesome."
you did that. Was there like any impact like afterwards?
Not too much, honestly. Like when it was uploaded, I didn't get like an influx of followers or anything. Because I still think like although it has a bunch of Twitter followers, and I follow the like account for it too, like their posts get really buried on my feed. I don't see them very often. But I remember at some point when I uploaded like the translation document that I like quickly wrote up, when it was uploaded and like started promoting it, I did see people reading it, which I was like, that's cool, yay, people care about this, that's awesome. But yeah, no, she was like super nice, and I was like, if I ever come back to Japan, like I'd love to like keep in touch, and she was like, yes, please. And like on the like post that like the host made, like she has like a separate account from the like podcast, she was like, yeah, talking like I think like she said something where it's like hearing them like try to like do their best with Japanese makes me really want to support them.
Oh.
Because they only like continue to improve sort of deal. Not in like a oh they suck, it's cute, but like a like I can tell that they're trying, and if like this is where they are after like maybe like a year of performing, and like they're doing all this cool stuff, and they also know English, like people are like, wow, you know both languages, that's so cool. And I'm like, my Japanese is worse than you think. but they're like, people are like very supportive of me, because I think like in general, if you like actively are like trying to speak Japanese regularly when you're in Japan, like Japanese people are like more willing to talk to you.
Right.
So yeah, it's one of those things where I'm like, she was like super sweet, and was really supportive of me during the entire interview, and like afterwards she was like super sweet. So that was like a really good takeaway that I got from that experience.
See. All right, slight detour from that.
Back to the questions that you had on hand.
Nah, because I was like, I wanted to bring that up, but like, yeah. Back to idols. What was, out of your time in Japan, what was the weirdest gig you have done?
So weirdest, I guess, because it was like I guess it's like more popular for like higher level groups. I'll say that, like, okay, context. In Japan, for Chica idols, I have realized there are different tiers of idol based on how popular the group is. I'm at like the lowest tier, where it's like self-produced AF, no like management or anything, very, 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 very small venues, that kind of thing.
Right.
Then there's the next tier up, where it was like things like Mellow Life, and a lot of Chica idols that I see, because my Kamiyoshi's group is like in this category. It's like the next level up, where they have like a decent amount of people come. They have management, like that kind of stuff, where they're like still pretty small. But like they're doing a lot of local stuff, little local shows. They have like a dedicated fan base that are coming to them, like that kind of stuff. Like they're a bit easier to like gain. What's it called? They have an easier time gaining fan bases.
I see. Yeah.
And like I guess like Gumi and Crazy Fantasy are at that level too. Well, I'm just trying to think. It's like,
I'd say so. Yeah.
Yeah. They're like at that level. It's like, it depends. It's like varies on different groups, but they're like different tiers, and there's a bunch of different groups from like from the bottom to like towards the top of like that tier. It's a little weird. It's very like vague. Next, I would say is like Mermall level, like Mermall, and like Misalad Edison, that kind of stuff, like Nippon Wachacha, where they're still pretty like, they're still underground, but like they're doing like tours around Japan. So like that kind of stuff. So, knowing that kind of stuff, like as like a basis, the first show that was in the tier above where I am, I was the opener. I was the first person to perform, and there were the my brain. It was my brain. Oh my god. Usually I'm used to like at the small venues that I do, everyone comes in at the same time. They all do sound check beforehand, and then we go on stage.
Right.
I was the only one that was there for sound check time, and there were no WOTA that came for the entire show. People started
What?
coming after my set.
Oh,
And
man.
so I was like, why am I the only one here? Because people started coming in to like get ready while my set was going on. And I was like, what is happening? And I guess it's a common thing for like, yeah, I was posting about this on, because I was like, I felt like so bad after like during it, because I was like, why am I the only one here? I was like, it is 5 minutes until like the Taibon starts. I'm still the only one backstage. It was so weird. So like, oh my god, my brain. Yeah, and I wasn't able to get anyone to come to this Taibon, so I had no one in the audience for me. And someone made it to like the end of my, what's it called? To the end of my set list. So they saw like half of me performing Resonance from Soul Eater, and they were kind of like, okay.
Yeah.
Like a little like, okay, go white person. Go crazy. Like one of those things. It was like, yeah. And then I was talking with some of the other groups later, like backstage, and they were like pretty nice. But I guess what happened was they had like lives earlier on the day, so they went directly from that live to the next one.
Mm-hmm.
And this was like the later show, so they got like there late and they didn't have a sound check. They just went on stage and they were like,
Just
hell
raw.
yeah. But,
oh my god.
yeah, they were raw dogging it, which is what me and Marmalade did for our like Gotanda show, like the big like all day like circuit show. Like we didn't have a sound check for that. So I guess that's like, it's more common for like the higher level groups where you come in for your set, you go to your Bupan, then leave. But that was my first time experiencing it. I was like, where am I? I was like, what is going on? But yeah, that was a really crazy experience, and it like kind of sucked a little bit, but I was like, whatever. Camera guy for the event like felt bad and took a checky.
Oh man.
He wanted like to get a checky. It was it was silly. But yeah, that was like an event that was like way too like high tier for me at the time, because that was probably like my like second or third show.
What?
And I like,
And then you got booked on that?
basically they were looking for performers, and I was like they posted like a little Twitter thing. They had like a little hashtag or something that they were using where they were like looking for performers, and I was like, hi, would you like me? Hi. And they were like, sure.
Why not?
Yeah, it was one of these where it's like, I performed in Japan before and they could see that. And like I have a few hundred followers on Twitter. Like they could be all Japanese, could be mostly foreigners. It's mostly foreigners. But like it's one of those things where I was like, cool, I am not gonna like do another Taibon with these groups because I clearly am not at their level. So that's kind of where I was like, we're good. But yeah, I was the only soloist too that was performing there. So I was like, it's just rough. It was just a little rough show. That was probably like the weirdest thing, because I was like, oh, worky.
Damn. So would you consider that the weirdest and also the toughest, or was there like another?
The toughest one
Yeah.
is that was definitely tough, but the toughest one, I had a different story saved for that.
Okay.
Basically for one of my like I befriended a group at my first show in Japan. It was also their debut live. So we befriended each other from that, and they performed at my birthday live. They performed at my last live. It's Prism Princess. It was Prism Princess's birthday live. They had their birthdays like a few days apart from each other, so they had their joint birthday live on the same day. It was really cute. It was in Ikebukuro, which is roughly 40-ish minutes from me by train. And I had an oopsie and I left my CD at home.
Oh no.
And in Japan, when you want to like have your music, you need to have a CD. You can't do like Google Drive, you can't USB it. So I didn't have it on like any other like platform to like possibly give them. So I had to get my roommate. My roommate was sleeping because it was like a day show. So I was there at like 11. I like got there like ready for sound check, and I was like, oh my god, it's gone. I was like, I don't have my CD. I know exactly where I left it on my desk. It's so bad.
Yeah, like why? Yeah, I don't know why we still use CDs.
I don't even know. I actually like had to buy like a pack of CDs because I was like printing out, or like I had to burn Pon's, Jay's, and Maya's or Marmalade set. And like I ran out of CDs for Jay, so I got like a whole new pack. So I have like 9 like blank CDs. I'm like, what do I do with this? I'm going back to America. I don't need these.
Burn
Maybe
more
I'd,
of
like,
your first album.
Burn music. I'm like,
Yeah.
like I might do first. I might do like my next single or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I'll probably do like a poll being like, what CDs do you want? And it's like you get 9. That's it. That's it. But oh my god, yeah. So I had to get my roommate. I like woke up my roommate. I was like, answer the phone. Can you come to Ikebukuro right now? And they're like, give me a little bit. I just woke up. I was like in full on panic mode. I was like texting like 3 people. I'm like, who can go to my apartment, grab this CD, and then run to Ikebukuro for me?
Oh my god, no.
So my roommate took like a taxi because I was gonna be faster than taking the train. It took the same amount of time. But just because I guess there was like hella traffic that day or something. And I had like Prism Princess had to stall because like for my set because they couldn't like change the order around. And I had like by the time I got the CD, I was so like frazzled and like I was so like shaking the entire time. I was like crying a little bit backstage. I was like what if I can't perform? I feel so bad that they have to like do this forced like MC while they wait for me to get the CD. And by the time I got it, they were like, you have 1 song to perform.
Just 1.
That way, like,
oh my god.
Because it almost went through my entire like time like that they had set for me. They had like, you have like 1 song left. Like you have enough time for 1 song. And I was like, cool, I'll do the birthday song that I was gonna sing for you guys because I feel bad if I don't do that. And of course that's the song that I knew like the least well, and I was so panicked that like I couldn't remember any of the words, so I looked really, really bad. It was like easily like the worst performance I had ever done. Like, cause at least with the like the weird experience where I was the only one there, at least I was performing well. But like that, like there was like a whole group of people, and I like had like I printed out the lyrics because I was like, you know what, I can gaijin card this. I'll have the lyrics prepped, just in case I need to look down at it. And I had to look down a lot, and I was like, my voice was shaky. It was horrendous. It was so bad. But like, I got to gaijin card it a little bit because people went up to the booth, to the Bupan after me, like, and was like, oh my god, I love that song. You did so great. And I was like, don't say that to me. But it was really funny because at the Sotono Borderline debut, one of the people who saw that live was actually in the audience, and like we talked a little bit before the thing. They were like, "Oh, I saw you at Prison Princess Birthday Live, right?" And I was like, "You did?" And then she was like blown away with our like performance that she went to the Supernova Borderline like last live because there were other performers that she knew and liked, and then she also went to my birthday or like the last live in Japan that I did, and she got techie with me like every single time, so like it worked out. And even then, like one of the other performers that was at that event, like he also went to my last live. He has also been to a few of my shows before. He also offered me like a spot in one of the shows that he runs, even though I completely like botched my performance. And then it was crazy. He was like, "Would you like to perform?" And I was like, "Shit, okay." Sure. And he like also was like, "Oh, by the way, I want to commission you for an instrumental for like an event that's happening." And I was like, "Shit, okay, cool." And he like gave me cash then and there, and I was like, "Okay, I'll work on it this weekend." Like,
yo.
I was like, usually I would just wait a little bit. I like immediately like went forward. Yeah. So like I made like some great connections through that live, even though I was like, it was horrendous. But so although it was really tough, like it was one of those things where even if it sucked, it was still like worth it to like still go out on stage rather than just give up. So that kind of like set in my brain as something where it's like, you know, you can't get worse than that.
Lemons into lemonades.
And good things still happened
Yeah.
after that show. So like we're chilling.
Yeah, like at least, you know, cash on hand. Please make an instrumental, please.
No, literally, he was like, "So you make instrumentals, right? Like you're self-produced, right?" And I'm like, "Yes." "Why are you asking?" He's like, "I would like an instrumental for an event coming up." And I was like, "What vibe? You need to give me more information." And like it was like he wanted like a looping instrumental, which would took like super short amount of time. I was like, "How does this sound?" He's like, "Fix a little like volume moment here." And I was like, "Perfect. Here you go." And like he was really happy with it. Actually, he was like, he told me about it later, so I was like, cool. I was like, wow, things work out. Like I think I was just really lucky, but it's one of those things where it's like, just go for it. Like you never know what could happen afterwards.
Right. So it works all works out. Yeah. So weirdest gig, toughest gig. We'll switch it back. So digging through Pengy stuff, there was a highlight reel of you and Pengy performing in Japan. And then after that, you did perform alongside Marmalade as recently as a few months back. But
yes,
how was performing as a duo compared to like performing as a solo performer?
Okay. So, when I was in America, when I first started, I was always content with being a soloist. I was like, I don't need a group. And then as soon as I get to Japan, I'm like, I want to be in a group so bad. Just because when you're a soloist, it's a lot harder to draw in a crowd, I think. Because, like, it's one of those things where it's like, you can only keep the attention for like so many people, I guess. I don't know. And also, I just love how group dynamics are done in Japan. Like they really have it down to an art. It's almost as if like Idol is like an industry or something. Like that's, imagine. Like it's crazy. Like it's one of those things where even as I'm like watching as like a WOTA, I tend to like groups more than soloists just because there's like more to look at. You don't have to like, you can dance easier because you're not singing the entire time, like all that kind of stuff. So it was one of those things where I was like, wow, I'd love to have be in a group at some point. And I love doing collabs with people. Like that's something I've always enjoyed doing. So when Pengy first was like, hey, I'm visiting Japan at some point. What if we went to a show together? I'm like, I can do you one better. Let's perform together. I was like, I can perform with a friend. This is gonna be awesome. Like, and then there was a brief moment where we were like, oh, Rezo is gonna join. I'll be like, okay, I guess I'll also do like a solo moment, but like, okay, whatever. And then Rezo couldn't come, so I was like, back to my original plan, baby. I was low-key like, I was like, Pengi, I know you're sad, but also, please still come to Japan. Like, I was like, Pengi, please, you already paid for your hotel. You might as well just do it. And then we can perform together, so you won't be alone. And also so I won't be alone, and we can have a fun little moment together. That's literally how it is. And then, for being with Marmalade, I can tell, like, after her first live in Japan, she was, like, really nervous. Like, she was super nervous about doing solo stuff, because she had always been in groups. And she was, like, I don't know if I want to say venting, but she was, like, talking to me about how, like, really stressful, like, she was, or how, like, she felt, like, really uncomfortable doing, like, solo stuff as, like, her first time, like, just jumping into it. And I had gotten an opportunity. I, like, asked, like, the event promoter that we, talked to a lot, like, what, I was like, hey, is there anything that's happening during Golden Week that you know about? Because, my friend Cherry was, like, thinking of performing in Japan, and we were originally gonna do, like, a little, like, temporary group together, but, the only thing that he could find was something that, like, she wasn't in Japan for.
Oh man.
Like, she was only there for, like, the weekend, so, and the event was on Tuesday, so there was no way that she was able to do it. So, I was like, hey, Marmalade got a really cool opportunity, but it's a big deal. Would you want to do a duo together? Because I was just thinking, when I got this, like, potential opportunity, I was like, it's gonna be really similar to the show that I did where, like, I had no audience and, like, no one was in there. It's gonna be really similar if I do that, like, as a soloist. It's not gonna be fun. I'd rather do it with a group, because it's gonna be mostly groups performing, and they're gonna be at the higher tier from us. I'm happy that that I convinced you, Pengi. I love you.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was one of those, like, I was like, I could tell that it was gonna be a tough show because it's the tier above us, and it was also on a weekday. During, like, and it was, like, technically right before Golden Week started. Like, a lot of people had work.
Oh.
So that was, like, a really rough time. Like, the timing was just kind of horrendous a little bit. And it was definitely more of, like, an idol like event rather than, like, the small chica events that, like, I'm used to, and, like, Marmalade has been performing it, like, beforehand. So we were like, let's do a duo. And honestly, it was such a great experience the entire time. She was really good at, like, helping me with dances. I covered a lot of, like, the manager sort of side things, like making sure, like, our like, backing vocals were good, like all that kind of stuff. Like, we each had our different like, specialties that worked really well together, and that was, like, such a good experience for, like, a, like, duo. Like, I was really happy that I got to do it with her. Like, I feel like we worked together so freaking well. So I'm, like, really grateful that I, like, when we started working together, like, we didn't start hating each other. I was like, sometimes, like, you're great as friends, and then when you, like, do things together, it, like, sucks. Like, I was really scared, but it worked out really well. Like, we were, like, I think we got, like, much closer from it, like, from doing it together. And of course, like, that big event, like, we had, like, one person come for us. And it was, like, Marmalade's first experience of, like, having a relatively empty, like, venue for us. However, we weren't singing to no one. we were singing to one guy that was in like the same room the entire time, and he was so into it. He was like doing calls and stuff by himself. I was like, this guy is amazing. So we were both giving him like hella like eye contact and everything. Like, it was awesome.
That's awesome, actually. Yeah, like you have one person, and they're
one
like
guy.
They're
like into it. They
Yeah.
weren't just standing like around like waiting for us to be done. Like they were like really into it. So it was like I considered that like a win. And but I know she like took it pretty hard because like she wasn't expecting that, and I was like, it's okay, Marmalade, I promise, it's okay. Like, because like a lot of idol shows, like the I guess like
it varies,
like,
right?
growth isn't like linear. Like it and it's like a very like slow process. So I don't think she was like fully like prepped for that sort of thing. But I thought it was an amazing experience. A lot of people were like, wow, I wish you guys like weren't ending Soto no Borderline so soon. I was like, me neither. Like, I feel like if I stayed in Japan, like it would have been like an ongoing thing. Like, I definitely feel like we could have kept it going for a while longer. And that would have been cool. But I really am like set on like, after I finish my second album, like I'm gonna be like doing group stuff at some point. Like, cause I really enjoyed it, and I feel like groups are definitely like stronger together. Like when you're performing on stage, and it was just fun with it. I just, you know.
So, speaking about albums, what was it like producing your first album called First?
Yeah, so it was really like a lot of me just like fucking around in GarageBand. I will not lie. It was a lot of me like just, I wanted to make songs. I wanted to like just kind of like get practice for like making instrumentals and stuff. And I just kept going at it, honestly. What's it called? I would like have inspiration for like a song by like hearing different like samples that GarageBand has, and I'd make stuff within like a few days. And then I would be like, okay, time to write lyrics. Okay, time to record vocals. And that was just kind of like how First ended up becoming. Like as I was like working on things, I was like, okay, now I'm gonna kind of figure out the order. I'm gonna have like interlude stuff, which was really, the interlude stuff was just like fun little practices that I do in like an hour, 2 hours. Just as like it was just me like experimenting and having fun with like just music, just like figuring things out before like I started getting like proper like training from my school.
Let's see.
Yeah.
So like when you dropped the album, how did people like it?
They liked it a lot. I did a song with Alex Pinku that like one of my like friends that like isn't super into idol stuff is like, I'm obsessed with this song. And my brain, I'm like, what song? Like people liked Noir a lot before.
Noir Night Court? Yeah.
So, yeah. I'm like, let me look at the songs on the album actually. Me when I forget. It's been a second. I had 2 covers in the album. One was by like a really niche Vocaloid producer who we ended up becoming mutuals after, and they live in Hokkaido, and I was so sad that I couldn't like meet up with them when I visited Hokkaido for the snow festival. They were like, I have a lot of stuff going on, I'm really sorry. Like they were like, I'm so busy with work that like I will feel really guilty if I like stop doing my work right now to like go all the way over to where you are and like hang out with you. Like I'll feel like really guilty because they're like really far behind on stuff. So I was like, don't worry, it's okay. I just don't know when I'm ever gonna come to Hokkaido again.
Aw.
But they were super nice. They like gave me advice for how to mix the song and everything because they had a bunch of really cool effects. Oh yeah, the covers are both Vocaloid songs, by the way.
We love Vocaloid.
I love Vocaloid. I love Vocaloid. So it was like, it was cool. Yeah, my brain. Yeah, they were super helpful. They were like, here's the BPM, here's like the instrumental for you to use, like, because I was like, hey, is it okay if I cover this song, put it on an album? And they were like, yes, of course. And they were super sweet, and like I sent them like a really rough whip when I like first started like the vocals, and they were like, wow, you can sing really well. like they were like surprised. I was like,
Yeah.
I hope so. But yeah, and that was like back when my Japanese was like really rough. Like I was having to use Google Translate for a lot of what I was saying and like reading their stuff, and they were just super sweet the entire time. Yeah, it was really like a nice experience. The other one is by a bit more popular artist, like another Vocaloid producer that's like a bit more popular. So I like just went and covered it. It was an English cover, so I was like, I got the lyrics done. It was like I decided to like translate the song into English because I hated like the English lyrics on the like Vocaloid lyrics wiki because they were like so like weird. Like I guess there was like direct, but I was like, I hate reading it when I want to like
Sing it.
listen to it, and if I want to sing it, like if like singing it, like you would have to write different lyrics anyway for it to like fit the time, like fit the beats and stuff. But some things were like translated really weirdly, and I was like, what are you talking about here? Like that sort of thing. So I was like, I'm gonna make this like a passion project, and then I wanted to record it, and then I was like, I can put this on an album. Cool. I know a lot of people liked both of those, like, or like at least a few people did. Survive is my personal favorite of the entire album, because it's like, I think I really captured the like 2009 to 2011 like Kesha 303 sound that I wanted.
Oh shit.
Oh shit. Yeah, get the
my
bots
God.
away. Gross.
Where the fuck are you?
But my brain. Man. Yeah, I think I had like 5 people helping me like listening to the instrumental, because at first the BPM was too low, and I was funny. I had like Jem, I had Alex Pinku, I had like Tama, I had like so many. I think I had like Pon too. Like we were on like in my Discord server and like my little like staff chat, being like, and they were like giving me different advice. They were like, you need more drills. You need to bump up this BPM. It sounds too 90s. Like it was like that sort of thing, and it ended up like, because I was like, okay guys, we're cooking actually, and it like worked out really well. And I ended up dissecting like a bunch of, like around that time I was dissecting a bunch of like music from that time period, like how were like lyrics written, that kind of stuff, and I love how it came out. And it's like, if I open the project for like the GarageBand project for Survive, it is quite literally the biggest one that I have because of how many tracks are in the instrumental. But it sounds, I'm so obsessed with it. I love performing it. It's like, it's so fun.
Yeah,
I also...
You did it on your last live, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It was like one of 2 original songs that I had.
Yeah.
Because I love it so much, and I was like, I'm tired of doing noir. I'm tired of it. I've done it too many times. I need change. Yeah, like I would occasionally do like polls being like, hey guys, what song do you like the most? And like answers would surprise me. Like a lot of people liked 1014 a lot. Which I like, low-key, I don't think I put a lot of effort into. It was a really simple instrumental. Yeah, Last Words was also very fun. I'm very proud of the lyrics for that, because that was just a big like me saying "fuck you" about PTSD and stuff.
Oh.
So it's like it's a fun. I think it's great. I think it's great. I get to make people say this shit whenever I perform it. So it's like fun. I like it. I think I ate with the lyrics in a way that I don't know if I can ever top. Personally,
It's your magnum opus.
kind of, but also I have some lyrics for my next album, and some of them are really good. So I'm like, I don't know. We'll see.
Speaking of the second album, I
Yes.
dig through your YouTube account and I saw the scallop video of you of you talking about the second album with the blonde hair.
Yeah.
What?
That's because
Any
I had
plans?
long hair at the time.
Yeah. Any plans on the second album?
Yes. So it keeps getting delayed because I have no job, and also crowdfunding has been really, really slow. Like a bit slower than I expected, which is like it'd be like that sometimes. But I think I have like almost all of the instrumentals. I need to like I just have a lot of plans for it. Basically, okay, you get inside scoop because I was gonna try to keep it a secret. So we're gonna
be really secret about this guy.
Oh, okay.
no secrets. Maybe you'll be more inclined to donate to this.
Please get straight right now. You know what? At this point, fuck it. You know what? Okay, so
Well, the stream kind of fucked up your audio, so we can't really hear it. It's fine.
Are you serious?
All right. You can. All right. Speak now.
Am I okay?
You are. Yeah, you are now.
That'd be funny if it just cut out the entire time. I was just dishing everything for like 12 minutes or something, and then you're like, I didn't hear any of that. We're good now, though?
We are good.
Guys, secret. Someone clip that. Chat, clip that. ASAP, please. I want to see that later. But, okay. So the album is called Chromesthesia. Because I have sound to color synesthesia.
Ooh.
Basically, if I hear music, I can see colors in my mind associated with the type of sounds that are coming out. So, what I'm doing is, and I've had this idea for a really, really long time, since like probably like 2020. I was like, this is something I want to do way down the line. And first was originally going to be, I had like, Last Words was originally, I think, going to be my brain. The blue song. Wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, so each song is a color that I like predominantly see with like certain types of music.
Right.
So the blue song was actually going to be in first, but I didn't have like the instrumental in time for it for first, and I was like, I can't keep waiting. I need a release first. So I just kept it on hold, and I love how it turned out because the lyrics are completely different from what I was originally planning on using the instrumental for, and it sounds so cool. But yeah, so I have a red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, pink, and then a monochrome song.
Ooh.
Yeah, a little black and white song. So I have all the instrumentals except for the monochrome one. I still need to pay for that. I still need to get that started. But I have no money, so I can't do that right now.
Crowdfund. Go to the
Crowdfund.
Ko-Fi.
You do it on my Coffee.
Yeah.
It is ko-fi.com/ADENXDesu.
Or you could just go to the
If you
woo,
go to
and
the
then
main thing, if you go to like the second link and then you like scroll down on the homepage, you should see a link to that.
I could do this. I could copy paste it. There we go. And clip.
Yeah.
Ooh. I'm saving that clip for the VOD promo tomorrow. Thanks, Bengi.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, so yeah, I have different like reward tiers. Those are on my Instagram too. You have to scroll down a little bit because I like unpinned them because I needed to promote like my birthday live and then like my last live. So I was like, okay. But anyways, thank you guys for the two like clips. This is awesome. I love the two different names for it too. Like love y'all. XOXO. But Oh my god, what was I saying? Oh yes.
Tiers. Yeah.
Yeah, there's different tiers and stuff, different rewards. But yeah, so basically each song is going to be a color, and what I want to do is I want to have like there's going to be like photo cards of art relating to the song. There's going to be different types of photo cards, which I'm still in the process of making. I got so busy with school last year that like I stopped after like making like maybe like 4 or 5 of them. And I also want to have like animated music videos for every song.
That's awesome.
So that's like the biggest secret that I've been keeping, and a lot of the funds will go to like the music production, which they have gone to the music production, and then because I'm doing a lot of collaborations too, because like there's a lot of I'm really good at like certain sounding songs, but like there's some songs that my Chromasia hears that I need to like find elsewhere. Just like I need to like outsource, because that's not the type of music I'm good at making, and I would want that to like I would like to have a proper sort of thing. You know, I'm like my brain. I'd like to have like a proper. It's really ambitious.
It's very
really
ambitious, and I really hope it goes into it.
It
goes
it's
well.
taking so fucking long. That's why it's taking so long. I have like no job, and like all of like the like merch that I have on Coffee, it's not contributing to Chromasia. That's like specifically just like merch costs, so it's not like counting towards the crowdfunding campaign. Although I wish it would, but it's rough. It's rough out here. But yeah, so album, like music videos, bunch of merch that I have planned for it too. Like I want it to be like a really big release, because it's like my baby, and the songs that are done, like I've sent them to like the other people I've collaborated with on the album so far, and they're like this is so good. Like it tops like everything that I've made so far, like genuinely. So I like promise that the wait is worth it. It's just gonna be like a 2025 release. I already know. It's gonna be. Thank you. I appreciate it so much. You can look at the different tiers on my Instagram. Because you can get like a lot of really cool stuff.
Well, I'm hyped
From it.
I like the concept, and
It's a fun concept. It's a very, very fun concept. Which I already announced the collaborators. I can say who's collaborating if you
all right, sure.
if you'd like. So they're either people that are featured in the song, or they helped in like the credits in some way. Let me pull up the list again, because it's been a little bit since I've like looked at Chromasia stuff. I've been so freaking busy in Japan. It's actually hell with everything. But okay, so we got, where the fuck are my, okay, there we go. I was like, where are my like credits? Okay. Kamikaze Bitch. He's worked with Alex Pinku for their original music. He's done stuff with Melancholia. He also is a producer for Noir. So he's doing the red song.
Ooh.
For the orange song, there's someone on Fiverr that I found. Yellow song, someone also on Fiverr. But Melancholia helped with the lyrics.
Ooh.
Green song, Gem that did the instrumental, and he's also singing in it. Blue is by Ray Kostanemu. Instrumental, that he did the instrumental, and Heidi like reviewed my Japanese lyrics. Purple song, Heidi's gonna be singing on it.
What?
I got permission from Mermal.
Hell yeah.
And Pink song is gonna have Tama on it, singing.
Nice.
So yay! So the Pink song, I think I'm gonna re-record my vocals on it, because I'm like I'm not content. But like a lot of stuff, like I would say there's a lot of them have like their like demo tracks done. I just need to record like the actual vocals for them later. A lot of them like need to finish the lyrics. because I was in kind of like a lyric writing drought for a while just because of how busy I was with school. Yeah, it's like I'm getting there, and it's taking time, but it's gonna be worth it. Oh,
It's
and
very much worth it.
yeah, and the Black and White song, I forgot to write anything about it because it was originally gonna be a bonus song, and I was like, actually, I want it as the last song on the album because it fits it perfectly, like how I want it. It's gonna fit perfectly. Creep P is producing that.
Ooh.
They're an
Neat.
ex-Vocaloid producer.
Yeah.
So, and they are also my friend.
Yeah.
I love
Honest,
Creep P.
that's stacked list of
Yeah,
collaborators.
I am like, so it's one of those things where it's like a really big release, and after that, once Chromastasia's done, then I'm gonna take a fat break from like releasing new music. I'm about to like milk the hell out of Chromastasia after that. Because it's gonna be worth it. I'm so excited. Rah!
It sounds really
Rah!
really good, and I'm down. I'm hyped for it. So yeah.
Thank you. But guys, it's a secret. It's a secret, guys.
Yeah, very.
Not
very...
supposed to know about. You guys are like not supposed to know about the music video stuff. That was supposed to be like a really big surprise.
All right. Yeah. Well, you know, we have the. Someone's got the Men in Black thing where you can just erase everyone's memory, right?
Oh,
That's
true.
Fine. Yeah. Huh? What happened?
Huh? What? What?
What was it talking about? So.
Who said that?
Who said that? You recently had the. You recently had like your last concert in Japan. Like, what
Yes,
was
I
it like?
did.
Planning all that, like organizing all the performers, like saying or organizing who goes when, where, what, at that type of deal. Cause like that's very interesting to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I knew that I wanted to have a big like last live performance. So in like early January, like maybe mid-January, I was like, I messaged the promoter like, hey, when in June are we good to do this? And I wanted it to be the 9th, but that was already booked for the venue. So I didn't want it to be on a Sunday. I wanted it to be on a Saturday. So he was like, does the first work? And I was like, I guess, but like, okay. So that's why I was on the first. And then basically what happened was my brain, I was like, okay, let me think of a list of performers. I already know I want Steffi. I already know I want yeah, it was like people like I want Prism Princess. I want to have like the same people from my birthday live. One of the people that performed at my birthday live was busy, so she wasn't able to perform, and I was so sad because I love her. But then I started asking like other performers that I like had performed like alongside with before. Like all of the Japanese performers were at my like debut show in Japan. So it was like they all knew me. They've seen me perform multiple times. Like we've spoken before. It wasn't like some random people. So that was like cool. They were all like, hell yeah, I'm down. And then I also sent out like a little like message in the International Idol Network server being like, hey, if anyone's gonna be in Japan around this time and wants to perform, let me know. It's gonna be for my last live, so it would be really cool. Like, and then Jay from Aquarius messaged me being like, hey, I know we haven't spoken before, but I'm gonna be in Japan around this time. And I was like, hell yeah. Like, sure. Like, and then we started talking and like we got along super, super well. And they were super down and like it ended up working out really well. So they were able to perform. And then when Marmalade actually like DM'd me like a few months before coming to Japan, they were like, hey, she was like, hey, I'm moving to Japan. And I was like, oh my god, would you want to perform at my last live? And she's like, yeah. So, and then at one point, Pon was like, because like we're super, super close, we're tight besties. Pon was like, my brain, what were they like? How did they were like, I will fly to Japan for your last live. And I was like, say less, you can stay at my apartment.
The dedication.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they were like, I was like, you already have a spot. Like, you're in. Like, bet. Like, you can stay at my apartment. Like, I love Pawn. I would kill for them. So I was like, bet. And then once I had all the people, I made a group chat. This was probably like, I want to say early March. And then got everyone to introduce themselves in the little group chat. I started like, for my birthday live, the promoter ended up doing a lot of the work for me, like coming up with the set list and like timetable, like the timetable times. But I was like, I want to be in charge of that this time. I'm gonna do it. So because I hadn't seen Jay or Marmalade perform, I put them first for 15 minutes. Just because I was like, we'll see. And Steffi has had, like, usually when we perform in Japan together, she usually gets 15 minutes. So I'm like, I'm gonna keep that with you for the Japanese performers and for Pon, because I'm very familiar with what Pon does. I was like, y'all get 20 minutes.
Extra
each.
5.
And then
All right.
Yeah. And then
That
for my birthday live I had 2 sets. I had a small one at the beginning and a longer one at the end. So I wanted to do something similar like that. I wanted to have like one song and then like my actual set at the end, just so that way people are there for the entire time. So, or like for people to try to be there the entire time so they don't miss any of my set, you know? Because it's like, it's my last live, like one of those things. So, I ended up having 30 minutes and then I went overtime.
You went
by,
OT?
Like, so much.
Oh, what?
I went overtime by like 30 minutes.
What?
Yeah,
oh my God.
like while we're doing the MCs before like the collab song that we did, the promoter was like, Chikan this. And I was like, I look over to like the side where there's like a clock.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, we should be starting Bupan right now.
Oh my
so
God.
I was like, oh my God. So that's why I was like, should I just stop my set now? And they're like, just keep going. You have like one more song before my encore. And I was like, okay. And then my encore, like MC ended up being super long because I didn't rehearse it. And I was just so like, I was trying to like get through it as quickly as possible, which like kind of stressed me out. So, but like our Bupan ended up being only like 30 minutes because that's all the time we had left for.
Oh man.
Yeah, it was crazy. I felt like really bad, but people had fun with it. And like, yeah, it was just, oh my God. I was like, shit, I should have like cut out a song or something. Just because it was like, I didn't realize how long the MC was gonna end up being.
I mean,
But-
I was there. Well, virtually. I was there.
Yeah.
I woke up dead at like 3 a.m. Watched the whole
Mhm.
thing. Saw you perform. Probably, yeah.
Appreciate
Saw you
you.
perform for the first time. You did awesome.
Yay.
I
Thank
like.
you.
I liked out of nowhere the panic cover. I'm pretty sure. Right?
Oh yeah, I was panic. Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
I'm gonna start doing that at like so many shows. It was so fun.
Yeah, that was awesome. I like the original. I like Survive. Yeah.
Thank you.
You did pretty well. Everyone did pretty well.
Thank
What am I saying?
you.
Everyone did pretty
I
well.
was
on
so
the last
proud of
live.
everyone, and like I know that a bunch of the Kai Guy idols were like really, really, really like stressed, and I was like, just have fun with it, and they had like such a good time. They were like really nervous because it's like a new environment and everything, and like they all had such an awesome time and they had a lot of fun with it, so it made me really, really happy. I was like, I'm happy I could make you like have this like experience. Like it was so nice. But yeah, I love doing collab stuff. So I was like, I want to do an All Stars song. I had an idea where I was like, guys, can we all have like a little Hi Guy Idol collab during my set, please? I think it'd be really fun. And like luckily everyone said yes to it because they were like, that sounds really fun. And I was like, great, I can do the song that I wanted to do instead of having to change it to a different All Star song with like fewer parts or something. Because they have like duets, they have like trios, they have like 4 people groups, like they have like 5 people groups. So it's like I could have gone through like anything, but I'm really happy. I'm really happy it worked out. It was so fun. I had so much fun with it.
Oh yeah.
Yay! Can you tell that I want to be in a group really bad?
Yeah, I could very much tell.
It's so bad.
Oh my god, I have an idea. Actually, I'll say it off stream.
Okay.
All right. So you had your last live.
Yes.
Do you have like any plans to go back?
So right now, no. I need to. I've said this before. Get a job.
Oh.
If anyone's hiring, please tell me. Because I need money really desperately.
Honestly, same. For real, for real. Yeah.
Yay. I love how my face just is stuck. I'm trying to.
It's like that sometimes. It's
Ah,
fine.
I'm changing my pose.
Oh, and
So when it fixes, okay. When it fixes, it'll come back, maybe, hopefully. Anyways,
yeah.
the answer is maybe. I come back to Japan. It's gonna depend on a lot of factors, like how much money I have. I really want to come back to Japan. I think the way I will go about it is I want to probably get into language school.
Right.
As like a my brain
English
as like a way
teacher?
to entry.
Mm. Right. Oh no. Oh no, did it DC? Oh shit. Oh no! Ah shit. Alright, chat. I think Aiden's Wi-Fi kinda got fucked. Alright. So oh, alright, you're back. Alright, we are
Internet disconnected. Wait, no, it's okay now. Oh my god.
yeah, it's
Let me get back onto my computer then. Good lord. Ah.
honestly this is a learning experience for me, so we are
This
good.
is my internet's horrendous, guys. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
What was the last thing you heard?
Oh my god.
Oh, I didn't-
English. No. Language.
Oh, yeah,
Language, yeah.
Okay, I want to do language school because people are like, "Oh, do you want to try to do JET program?" And I'm like, "No, because I'll be sent off to like a fuck ass."
The boonies.
town.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I know I want to stay in Tokyo. I don't even want to go to Osaka very much or like Kyoto. I don't care that much. I've been there. I've been there to visit and it's cool. But like I'm so Tokyo pilled that like
Honestly,
I'm
same.
just so Tokyo pilled, like it can't happen. But yeah, it was just like, oh my god, yeah. So I'm probably gonna go like get a job after that, and then I'm probably gonna save up money, and then so that way I have like a good like net savings, like safety net. And then I want to hopefully try to join a group in Japan. That's like ultimate goal. But if for some reason I can't find a way to make it back to Japan or like make it like feasibly like get over there, then I want to like after Chroma Stage is done, I want to like start an idol group. I have like a really fun idea that I keep telling people, and whenever I tell people about it, they're like, this is the coolest thing I've ever heard. And I'm like, yes.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. So maybe there's like trips that I could do in the future, but right now it's just really uncertain because I don't have any money.
Damn. I mean,
I don't have a job lined up for when I'm back in America. I'm kind of scared. Gonna open up my commissions again.
You'll find something.
Yeah, thank you.
But like going back to like your last live, like
Yes.
was there any goals that you didn't get to like achieve or like complete like before your last live, or like
I don't think so, because I wanted to like a goal that I really wanted to do was perform an original song that's fully in Japanese, and I was able to do that as my last song, and that's gonna be my next song that comes out. I need to finish recording like the actual vocals for it. But right now, like I think like my biggest goal for my last live was to like have a bigger turnout than my birthday live, which was like 9 people, like 9-10 people ish. And like I think the turnout for my last live like at least doubled.
That was
So,
I saw the picture. That was a lot of people.
yeah. So there were 12 people that came for me. And then I know Marmalade brought like 5 people in. Steffi brought like 3 or 4 people in. Jay brought like 3 or 4. I think like Pun brought like maybe like 1 or 2. Like so we all brought in like a decent amount. And I know like there was still like an amount of like Japanese people that came too. A lot of them came for me. I think one of them probably came for Prison Princess. But still, it's like one of those things where like I like beat that goal and I was like so happy. So I didn't really have any like set like goals aside from those. And like, cause I ended up achieving them pretty well,
Right.
I think. So like, if I were to like stay in Japan, like there would be like further goals down the line, like join a group, like sell like insert number of checky within like a week, sort of like one of those things where it's like I can't really do that as a soloist. Like one of those, I don't even know. Even like the checky thing is like that's just some bullshit that I came up on top of my head. Like I don't see myself doing something like that. But yeah, like my goals are like really, really like chill and like achievable. Because otherwise I'm gonna disappoint myself. And why would I try to set myself up for disappointment when I'm doing something that I love, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah. I mean, achieving everything like before like heading back is pretty good. You know.
Yeah.
Off the top of your head, how many gigs did you do while in Japan?
I actually have a whole list on my website. Let me pull that up. I'm gonna cheat.
Oh shit.
I have like a list of every single live that I've done.
Yes.
So, yes. So, I need to cut out one because I ended up not doing that because I got sick. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do you count the Gotanda show? Because I did 2 in one day as 2 or just 1?
Count as 2. That's fine.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
20. Oh goddamn, that's a lot.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's impressive that you did that many, especially in like, I guess your time there.
Like about a year, like a little over a year.
Yeah.
I love the opportunities here.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome, and I think America should have more of those.
Speaking of America,
America.
we're gonna go back to the future, forward to the future. All right, whatever. All right, America.
Future.
What can the U.S. idol scene like learn from the JP scene now that you've experienced both?
Yeah. So I want Taiban culture to be huge. I want to like make it a thing. Like Pon's birthday live and like the Natsumatsuri are going to be good starts.
Right.
But like I personally really want to like stray away from convention spaces.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's the only way to like make Kaigai idols like taken more seriously. So what I have a bunch of personal goals. I also think like I've noticed from like different Bupon things, like different like my brain. There's different like depending on groups, they have like different like incentives.
Right.
With their Bupon, like sometimes it's like, oh, if it's your first time seeing us, you get a discounted checky or like something for free. Like I have gotten so many free checky from from like groups that I've like seen like once because I'm like, hell yeah, I thought you guys were fun. And something I've taken from like my Kamiyoshi's group is that they have like a point card, and with how many like, depending on like how many stamps that you get, you can like redeem different things. So I'm taking that and I'm gonna start doing that when I'm in America, because I love point cards. Me too. Oh my god. No, I'm so into it. So when my brain, oh my god. I think you can tell how little sleep I got at this point now.
I am sorry that I
You're fine, don't worry. It was on me for like going to bed super late. Like I literally didn't even need to do that. So it's all on me. It's not even your fault.
Right.
Like waking up at 8 a.m. is a perfectly acceptable time for me. Like I should be doing that like normally, I think. Anyways, oh my god, where was I going with this?
Point card.
Oh yeah, point cards. I like it. I wanna like perform regularly in America. So I wanna try and get into like DIY shows, because I have a few friends that like know people who are like in those shows or running those kinds of shows. So I'd want to try and do that. So I'd use my point cards as a way for people to come see me at those shows, because it's going to be like very different venue than what people are like used to. But I feel like that's going to be like a really, like, I feel like I'm surprised that like not a lot of other idols have thought of doing that, considering we're literally just another indie music scene.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try doing that. I also really like checky tickets, like that people use in Japan. So I'm gonna start using those. So that way, like, you can buy a bunch of checky tickets at once and then you can use them later.
Right.
Because I like doing those. There's also something like, I don't know, you're able to buy also like signed and unsigned checky too. Like, and even like some like other like special, like super special sort of checky deal things. So I feel like Bupan stuff, we can go like insane. We don't realize how insane we can go until like you go to Japan, then you see what other people have to offer and you're like, oh, cool. I'm trying to think what else. I was like really cooking and then I totally lost my train of thought. Yeah, I mean, I don't remember what I was gonna say.
It really is like untapped potential with like Bupan stuff. Yeah.
Oh, I remember. I also think that my brain. Oh my god, I know what I want to say. So basically, when I came to Japan, like I was in the like Kaigai idol mindset of, oh, everyone that you like can have as your fan can also become your friend, because we're like on this sort of on like a similar ground, sort of deal. So when I befriended Santiago, he was super freaked out by it because he was not familiar. He was like, an idol wants to play D&D with me. And I was like, this guy's gonna be my friend. And then, but like, I do think that I feel like something I want to kind of start implementing is kind of like having a bit more of a distance from like fans, I guess, just so that way it's not like, I don't know. I'm not like, I think it's like smart that Japan has like an idol WOTA like separation.
Right.
And I feel like if America kind of does something, or like just Kaigai in general does something like that, then I feel like, I don't know, idols can also be taken more seriously, because then it's more of like, oh, this person is a performer. They're kind of like, I wouldn't say micro celebrity because that's weird, but it's like, you know how like celebrities, like people that you follow that like, even if they're like an indie musician or something, you're like, that's a performer.
Right.
And I'm a fan. Like, I feel like if we have something similar, that things would like be taken, I guess we'd be taken a bit more seriously too.
Yeah, I get that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like different things that like Japan has like shown me through idol stuff that I want to bring back to America. Just like a lot of different kind of things. But it's gonna be a little weird to implement, and I think it's like if one person starts, then more people will start to do it, and they will catch on, I think.
Right. Interesting.
Yeah.
So taking that stuff from JP to US, I guess like in general, do you have like any advice for upcoming Kaiga idols or like Kaiga idols that are still in the scene? Like anything that you want to tell them?
For people who are just starting, just have fun with it, because if you're not having fun, why are you doing this? And then I guess like just in general, like branch out from like convention spaces, because conventions have been getting festivals at conventions have been just getting so much more and more competitive, because so many more people want to do idol things, where it's like you're not gonna have a chance to perform if you're only going to conventions or like just ones in like your area, and like you need performance like backgrounds of practice for anything, I think.
Right.
It's just like I'm happy that I started around COVID, because like I had plenty of like online opportunities to like grow, like from online showcases and just like uploading covers and stuff. Like it was super like chill. And I feel like more people should just go that way, where they're like, yeah, this is where I'm at right now. I'm just gonna improve more. Like I think it's cool. I also think people should like stop being in like that K-pop mindset where you have to be perfect when you debut, because like even when you debut, you're still gonna kind of suck because you haven't performed before. Like,
Right.
it's one of those things where it's like, no matter what you do, you're gonna suck a little bit. Like, calm down.
I think like Ash on Twitter, shout out, like talked about like following an idol like through their debut, where like it's like rough cut, and then like seeing them progress and like improve throughout time, and then be like almost perfect but like really good at that point. Like seeing them go through that journey is like, I guess, heartwarming and rewarding. So yeah.
No, I love things like that. Like, that's awesome. Like, I think that's also why over the past year I've gotten more support from like people that have seen me like in the very beginning, because they can see that I've like grown a lot since like first coming to Japan. And that's because I keep performing and I keep like knowing what to improve on and that kind of stuff. So literally it's just like put yourself out there and have fun with it. Don't worry about what other people think, because like you'll suck, but like you can only like get better.
Right.
Like one of those things. And like, yeah, I don't know. I think people, yeah, that's like my biggest takeaway, I think, is just like, just do it. Because if you like psych yourself out too much, you're just gonna like never have any opportunities. And just take any opportunity you can get. Like if it's like open mic karaoke, or like, I don't know, like if like still apply to cons and stuff, because the cons are getting better at like doing idol things. And if you have a chance, like go for it. But like don't think that's like the only place you can perform at.
See.
Yeah.
So taking that advice, and I guess like if you talk to yourself from like 3 years ago, what would you tell yourself?
Oh god, 3 years ago was 2021. So I'd be like, Aiden, first change your stage name to Aiden, please. And then I would say something like, keep doing what you're doing, because you'll enjoy it.
I see.
And then I'm trying to think of what else I would say, because I don't think I would like change anything that I have done in the past, you know? Maybe I would say to myself, you should work on dancing a bit more. Because I will say that like, because of my diabetes, for a while I was like, I can't dance or else I will pass out. So I like just did not try, and now I'm like, I have a good like maintaining, like I'm able to maintain like dancing while performing and that kind of stuff and not passing out, which is great. So I should be like, just fucking do it. Just do that. Yeah, I don't know. And I would also probably say get into like Chica idols like as soon as possible.
I mean, I would be
Like
I'd be the
thing.
same for real.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? You don't know what you're holding yourself like if the longer you stay like being an anime idol only fan, the less slay you become, I fear. I think. I don't know. Once I found like my Chica idol like Oshi, I'm like, there's no going back anymore. Like it's one of those things where I'm like, it's gone. I don't.
Yeah.
You know.
So.
Yeah.
I guess like, what's next? What is next? Any upcoming
What is
gigs?
next? Natsumatsuri.
Yeah, Natsumatsuri. Yeah, if you are in the Jersey area / East Coast and really want to see some,
baby.
if you want to see Aiden, if you want to see Royal, if you want to see Phoebe perform in the flesh, buy a ticket.
You should see it.
Yes.
You should buy a ticket. I think you should do that.
Yes.
No, you should keep me up there. Oh, did I just go away automatically?
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Oh wow. I was like, oh no, I should stay up there so I can keep pointing. But yeah, no, I'm so excited. I figured out my set list yesterday. Like I finalized like the order and everything. I'm so excited because although I love Japan, I could be so much sillier in America. So get sillies.
Yeah.
Yay.
And I will be there.
You will be there.
Yes, I will.
I can't wait to meet you in person again. Like properly this time.
Properly. I would like to thank Fluff for one doing that giveaway and for me winning. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And I immediately just bought a ticket to Jersey. Yeah.
I'm so excited. Yeah, no, I got my like Amtrak ticket like immediately when like applications to perform opened up because I was gonna go no matter what if I was performing or not. I'm so excited. But yeah, aside from that, I'm also going to be at Otakon the entire weekend. I will be mainly in the Idol Space room because I will be performing and then also just helping out around. I'm very excited because I haven't been to Otakon in 2 years. I haven't been since 2022, and I'm really excited to see how Idol Space has changed since I have been in there. Yay! Otakon, so exciting. I'm also taking the JLPT.
Yeah.
Like a week after Natsumatsuri. So if you guys know, so I'm gonna make a proper announcement for this later, but basically if you know Japanese or want to practice your Japanese, if you can speak conversationally, if you know more than just like 5 words, please speak to me in Japanese so I can have my practice. And then like I'm gonna ask people during my MC in Japanese so that way I only get the real ones.
I have a friend who I think he took the JLPT. He might help. And he's going to Natsumatsuri. So
which one do you know?
I think like the intermediate one, I think.
Okay, because I'm taking N3, which is like middle ground. So if he did that, perfect. But if you don't know Japanese and you still want to help me practice, I am going to be bringing a book of like 100 words in Japanese that like it's a kid's book. It's like my first 100 words in Japanese, and I should know everything, but in case I don't, you can flip through. You can tell me like say a word in English, and if I get it right, then you get like a stamp on the point card. You get an additional stamp for like participating, and then if I don't get it right, which is gonna be really embarrassing for me because these are very basic
simple words, yeah,
that I should already know. But like I know there's words that I don't know in that book, and I am not looking at the book in advance to like refresh my memory, so I'm being true. like my friend like was going through like the book yesterday and was trying to quiz me, and like the first one that they chose, I had no idea what the word was. I don't even remember what it is now. I don't even remember. Anyways, like I'm trying to think about it. No idea what the correct answer was. Anyways, so I already know I don't know one word in there, but if I don't get the word right, you can either win the t-shirt for free.
What?
Or I have something called Homework Checky that I'm stealing from like my favorite idol group, where basically you get like, it's a checky, and then they go home, they decorate it they go insane with decorating. They put like stickers, they like use like many different colors. It's one of those things where it's like they clearly put like a lot of work into what they do, so it's like it's special. And then they also write a message on the back of the checky for you.
Aw.
So you can get like a free checky, like homework checky ticket.
Hell yeah.
The title of the book is, I'm gonna bring it with me. I don't think I have it in my room. I think it's in like my other room right now. But it's like a Lonely Planet, like my first 100 words. It's something like that. Like I got it from like, I have it as like a centerpiece on my table. Like I got it for that because I think it's funny. Like coming into my apartment in Japan, being, oh, you don't know Japanese? Here, take a look through the book. So, like, I'm gonna have it physically there. You don't need to like bring your own book.
BYOB.
BYOB. But yeah, so like, if you want to help me practice, you get like a little like reward no matter what. But like, it's gonna be a big deal if I can't answer it correctly, and then I'll feel humiliated, and then you also get a prize out of it. So.
Yeah.
Anyone can help me study at Natsumatsuri.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, if you won't see me until Otakon, then I would have already taken the JLPT then, so that sucks for you, I guess. I don't know.
Damn.
I don't know what to say. But yeah, that's things that are happening.
Much
Come to
happening.
Natsumatsuri. I'm really excited.
Please buy a ticket to Natsumatsuri if you're on the East
Please buy a
Coast.
ticket.
Please support Kaigai Idols.
Support Kaigai Idols
So we
doing
can-
non-convention events.
Yes, so we can have more of them.
Non-convention.
Please.
What did I just say? What did I just say, guys?
Please.
Do things
Please.
outside of conventions.
Yes. We
And
need.
guess what we're doing?
We gotta get out of conventions. Please.
We're doing things outside of conventions.
Yeah. Idol party, Natsumatsuri. We need more stuff like that. Please.
Exactly. And, you know, if this goes well, we can have more things in the future.
Yeah. As
So-
someone who really wants Wota, or like, I want like the idol culture here, or like the idol like experience here. I want more
Me
of those
too.
events.
So bad.
Like really
So
bad.
No, me too. I'm like so jealous of like Sydney for having like
Oh,
cultivated that sort
yeah.
of Woda style. I'm like, man, I need to be there. Like it seems so cool. Like I seem insane saying that being in Japan right now, but like it's so cool seeing it in like English speaking countries too. Like I'm very excited. I'm really excited.
Yeah.
So
we went through
Get
most
tickets.
of the get a ticket. Please buy a ticket.
a ticket.
Please,
Get a
please.
ticket. Get a ticket.
I did go through most of my questions, so we'll
Yay.
end with a very horrible tradition of doing the worst pep talk ever.
I'm so excited. I'm really excited for this actually. I love it every time.
It's
that
awful
you do
every
it.
single time. It was awful.
I think it's cute.
It's awful when
I think it's great.
when I did it to Gumi super fucking drunk. It's awful. Episode 1, and now it's awful now. No.
We get the sober awful.
Sober awful. 0-0, minute on the clock. Aiden, you went through so much shit, and you toughed it out. Holy shit! Like going through like all of your experiences, like the Thai bond with like the 0 audio check, everything, and you know, like the settling in, culture shock, whatever. Honestly, I want to see you back in Japan. I want to see you perform. I want to see you perform in America and do super duper fucking awesome. And
Yay.
yeah, like last live in Japan, awesome. I kind of want to see the panic cover again at Natsumatsuri. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but yeah.
Do you want me to say anything about that?
Sure.
It's happening.
Yeah! Let's go. And honestly, you're awesome. You're fucking awesome. Like legitimately awesome. And
You're awesome.
I'm happy that I did get to talk to you in a full capacity and not awkwardly at Gooby's birthday live.
Oh my god. God, I'm so embarrassed about that.
No, I'm embarrassed about that. Me making
Going back to the show, but I know exactly who you were in that moment now. I'm like, ugh.
And that was 123. I go overtime, whatever. That was the worst
Yay.
pep talk ever.
No, I think it was great. I loved it.
No, bad. It was bad every
epic.
time.
I think it was epic.
And
I think it was an ultimate slay.
all right, and that concludes our episode of Idolize episode 6 with Aiden.
Yay!
Yeah, I learned a lot through your experiences, and like, damn, you know, honestly, this was probably my favorite episode.
Yay! That
Yeah.
means a lot. I'm happy I can provide some fun insight for performing in Japan.
Yeah.
Yay!
Oh, right. Yeah. Next week on June, of course it's June 20th, Thursday, we have another guest. We are straying away a little bit from I guess J-pop idols / Kai Guy idols. We are interviewing EOS. Shit. I forgot how to pronounce it, but EOS. EOS is a former K-pop trainee trained under an agency, and we'll be talking to them about their experiences, I guess, training under an agency. I guess comparing it to, like, I guess Kai Guy Idol, like the Kai Guy Idol experience. So that's gonna be an interesting episode. That's gonna be on June 20th, 2024, of course, this year. 5 p.m. PDT, 8 p.m. EDT. Yeah. Woo.
Woo!
So, yeah. That's our next guest. And then, what is that? That's the 20th. So, the week after, I'll be at Idol Party. And then, Natsumatsuri. And then,
Super busy week.
Super busy week. And then, July, I am planning something. Planning like an interview arc. We did Natsumatsuri arc. Hint, hint. Australians.
Woo!
So hopefully I can, have some Aussies on. I didn't send out invites yet, but yeah, Aussie arc
That's hype.
in July. So yeah.
Guys, let's all manifest that Eggy gets his Oshi.
Oh, hopefully. I don't know. Maybe.
Manifesting. We'll see.
Manifesting.
I don't know.
Honestly-
I don't know what our rules are for things.
Honestly, I got the green light. But they're super busy. Understandably
Yeah.
busy. So
Yeah. Oh my
maybe
God.
maybe
You
another
got the
time.
green light.
Yeah, I did.
Perfect.
Yeah. But honestly, there's a lot of people in the Aussie scene that I do want to like interview. But like, yeah, if I get my Kamiyoshi, holy shit. Sorry. But yeah, that was Idolize. Aiden, do you have like anyone you want to suggest that we should raid?
I don't know anyone.
Okie dokie. All right.
Sorry.
When in doubt, we will raid our guest from episode 4, who was also part of a former idol group, Crystal Milk Tea. Woo! So they are currently playing some League of Legends, and Arcane, the Arcane season 2 trailer dropped. It's cool.
I need to watch it still. Ah!
But yes, we will be raiding Crystal Milk Tea. If you want to say Idolez raid, that's cool. That'll be it for tonight. Thank you very much, Aiden, for accepting this. Coming full
Thank
circle.
you for having me. I'm like so hyped about it.
Honestly,
Yay.
favorite episode that I've done. So yeah.
So happy about that.
So
Yay.
take care, brush hair, be kind, rewind. We'll be going to our ending screen, and we'll be going to Crystal stream. Pew 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 pew. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Natsumatsuri.